after a crash involving a delivery truck. It happened just before noon on Campbellton Road in southwest Atlanta. Channel 2's Richard Elliott is there with what we've learned about this crash.
This section of Campbellton Road in southwest Atlanta in the Ben Hill neighborhood is back open now. It was closed for several hours after a fatal crash involving a pedestrian. APD is telling us this happened right about 11:45 this morning when a delivery truck hit a pedestrian right at the intersection of Campbellton Road and Fairburn Road. APD immediately dispatched. They say when they got here, that pedestrian was deceased. Brady and Atlanta Fire Rescue, of course, sent as well. They had portions of this road shut down for nearly 3 hours as they did their investigation, interviewing witnesses and looking at surveillance video of the scene. No determination has been made yet, but they are telling us this does remain an active and open investigation. In southwest Atlanta, I'm Richard Elliott, Channel 2 Action News.
A man faces charges after deputies say he tried to break in to the Fulton County Jail. Investigators say they caught the man who confessed to cutting through a chain link fence surrounding the jail overnight. He also said he had an accomplice, but that person is on the run. Police said he had marijuana, prescription pills, and cell phones, all of which were destined for inmates inside. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is digging into the arrest warrants, what he found starting on Channel 2 Action News at 4. And we have more details for you on contraband inside the Fulton County Jail. It's been a problem, an issue we've been covering for years. The sheriff's office has confiscated everything from drugs to shanks and cell phones inside the cells. The sheriff says he believes drones have been used to get them inside. Last year, we were with deputies when they raided the jail annex in Union City after a jailer found a hole in a perimeter fence. The sheriff says that was being used to get contraband inside the jail.
New developments. A local sheriff charged with DUI is asking a judge to toss out all the evidence collected against him. He says it was obtained illegally. Hall County Sheriff Gerald Couch says he did not consent to a search of his property. He also says he did not consent to field sobriety tests, and he says he was not given a warning that he had the right to remain silent, among other issues. This all stems from the February 27th arrest of Couch by a state trooper. A judge will decide whether to keep evidence or throw it out. The suspended sheriff accused of DUI while driving a county SUV is in court right now. Channel 2's Tom Jones is in the courtroom. He'll break down everything that happened inside ahead on Channel 2 Action News at 4.
Now to the war in Iran. President Donald Trump says the U.S. must respond after a U.S. Apache helicopter was shot down near the Strait of Hormuz. The president confirms Iran shot down the chopper. Channel 2's Karen Greer is live in the Satellite News Center. And Karen, the pilots on board were rescued in a new way.
They sure were. A U.S. official says the rescue was not carried out by other service members, but by a first-of-its-kind drone boat. Today, there are new questions after a U.S. Army Apache helicopter went down near the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. says 2 pilots aboard the chopper were rescued by the Navy's first-ever drone task force, an unmanned vessel picking them up and bringing them back to land. According to a U.S. official, the drone had a speedboat-like design. U.S. CENTCOM says the helicopter was patrolling regional waters, with the president now confirming Iran shot the choppers, but that the pilots are doing okay.
The pilots are fine, yeah.
And
nobody injured.
Hours before, U.S. forces were firing on an oil tanker said to be attempting to cross the naval blockade. Video shows smoke pouring from the ship and one helicopter lifting sailors to safety. After 100 days of war, there still is no peace deal. But the president continues to insist one could come any day.
We should be able to do it in 1 hour, if you want to know the truth.
What's the biggest sticking point right now?
I don't think there are any sticking points.
Back and forth strikes between Israel and Iran this weekend, with the negotiations on shaky ground. The fighting has paused for now, but both sides are warning they are ready to resume if provoked. And the price of oil continues to fall amid the president's optimism. An average barrel is down to under $90, with the national average for gas at $4.12 a gallon. Live in the Satellite News Center, Karen Greer, Channel 2 Action News.
New developments. We've learned the identity of a high school senior shot on a MARTA train. Javon Easterling had just left an engineering program at Georgia Tech when he was shot in the hand and leg at the Midtown MARTA station. It happened Friday night, and his family says his bag stopped a bullet from hitting him in the chest. After a multi-day manhunt, police arrested Anthony Gresham in Douglas County. He faces local and federal charges for the shooting. The teenager, Easterling, is in the hospital, and his family thinks he could be there for weeks after he was shot.
We are now officially 6 days away from the first World Cup match inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and the city is ready for the first game of the tournament on Thursday. FIFA preps are in the home stretch across downtown Atlanta, including the complete remodel of an entire city block. Channel 2's Barrett Peterson live now along Broad Street, and Barrett, right in the middle of it all is a soccer bar.
Well, who'd have thunk it? And this is a really busy place. Construction crews have been buzzing around Broad Street like bees in a hive. The outside is almost ready. Lots of landscape work going on right now, along with the inside of a lot of new businesses, including the Brewhouse Cafe. Now, soccer fans very familiar with the original location. It's over there in Little Five Points, voted America's best soccer bar, and its brand new sister is almost ready to welcome FIFA fans.
We're coming to the end, and we're coming to the beginning of the World Cup and the beginning of a new era in South Downtown.
Thank goodness for this awning because it's raining out here now. So next Monday, the city's first World Cup match and the city's second coming of the Brewhouse Cafe. Live downtown Atlanta, Barrett Peterson, Channel 2 Action News.
And despite the rain, Barrett, the work must go on. Thank you for that. Protect yourself. Well, at a pep rally for the tournament this morning, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens said the city is ready. Since tickets to the matches are so pricey, he said the city is trying to offer as many free events as possible. And that includes a ludicrous concert in Piedmont Park. He talked about the security issues with MARTA ahead of the tournament. Channel 2's Richard Elliott will have more on those concerns. That's ahead on Channel 2 Action News at 4. And the first game in Atlanta is set for noon on Monday, June 15th. It'll be the first of 5 group stage matches Atlanta hosts. After the group stage round, the city will host 3 more games, and that includes a semifinal match. We have a full website dedicated to everything FIFA World Cup. Just head to WSB-TV.com/World Cup.
And our stormy weather pattern not over just yet. Rain is coming down over Midtown Atlanta. I'll let you know how much more we're expecting before we see drier weather return.
That music resulted in homeowners getting arrested. What police say they should have done to avoid being a nuisance.
New insight into the death of thousands of fish in the Chattahoochee River, and with more rain, how they're making sure it does not happen again.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Mike Shields and triple team traffic. Hundreds of cameras, crash and construction warnings. The best alternate routes. Join us. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
Breaking stories. No one covers them like we do. I'm Channel 2's Fred Blankenship. Always live. Fresh perspective. See what's new. Don't miss a day. Channel 2 Action News this morning, 4:30 to 7. And streaming on WSB now.
I was crossing the street. An almost 20,000-pound utility truck
Struck her down in the middle of the crosswalk.
She sustained injuries to both her cervical and lumbar spine.
They drill 6 screws that holds her neck together.
Oftentimes, the insurance companies will undermine your claim.
The amount of money that they offered us, it was an absolute no.
It didn't even cover the medical.
We have the resources to go toe-to-toe with every single insurance company out there. Verdict, $10 million. And Yvette breaks down crying.
I saved enough to take my mom on a cruise. What's all this?
It's Wells Fargo. They like to celebrate when the customers save.
I am under my restaurant budget.
Yeah, you are. How about some sushi?
Can I sit down and eat that?
Oh, absolutely. Hey, bring them in. Oh.
My credit score went up.
Hey, keep going, but less. Be safe for this golf trip. Didn't you, Dennis? All right, who's next? Yeah!
While the world embraced the chaos of demolition, Bathfitter chased perfection. The PermaFit system. A tub or shower custom built to the millimeter. Fused to your home in a single day. We eliminated the grout, leaving only A seamless, watertight masterpiece. More than a renovation, a revolution. Bath Fitter.
I'm not just chasing a dream. I'm building a life my daughter can be proud of.
At South College, you could learn to become a respiratory therapist, learning to heal, to make a difference. Because when you believe in yourself, the world gets a little better. South College offers over 100 programs and concentrations. To learn more, visit South College at south.edu. South College, where dreams find direction.
Liberal lawyer John Kennedy fought to keep criminal illegals from being deported. Kennedy sided with Obama in court to keep illegals in Georgia and even voted to give them driver's licenses. America First patriot Greg Dolezal. Greg Dolezal proudly stands with President Trump to deport every illegal immigrant and keep Georgia safe.
Where's Greg? Greg, thank you very much, Greg. We appreciate it.
Greg Dolezal for Lieutenant Governor.
With the guaranteed offer, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry. Sell your home for maximum profit without the hassle of ever putting it on the market. With the guaranteed offer, there are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer in your home today.
Severe Weather Team 2 is tracking more showers in North Georgia as we go outside and get this live look over Midtown Atlanta where the rain is really coming down. Meteorologist Ebony Dion is back with us tracking the storm threat. She'll have that in less than 10 minutes.
Heavy rain is part of the reason thousands of fish died in the Chattahoochee River a few weeks ago, but authorities want more answers. And Channel 2's Michael Dowdness spoke with the riverkeeper about the investigation into what exactly happened.
Now, the riverkeeper believes some heavy rain caused a sewage overflow that ended up going into the water, causing some of the largest fish kills we have seen in decades. Now, you can see Peachtree Creek right now, very high on the water. And when this happens, you sometimes see this sewage overflow and end up washing up in certain spots like this. Now, this is just a small amount compared to what we saw a few weeks ago. Now, the riverkeeper believes that when the sewage entered the water a few weeks ago, when you combine that with a high heat, it caused oxygen levels to drop to a point where life could not survive. Essentially, the fish suffocated, washing up on black muck-coated shores that the riverkeeper believes likely came from the city's treatment facility tunnels. Now, since then, the Atlanta Department of Watershed Management hired an engineering firm to conduct an independent evaluation of the system's operations. And weeks later, well, much of that black sludge has disappeared, and they're hoping to prevent it from happening again.
So the city was built on this combined sewer system starting more than 100 years ago. We're still battling impacts from our infrastructure from before World War II. And we have to invest a lot of money, we have to invest a lot of time, a lot of science into this system to prevent it from overflowing in the future.
Now, conditions on the water right now are much better. And despite the heavy rains, really all we're seeing are elevated water levels. And the riverkeeper says he has started to see some signs of fish returning to this area of the river. We're just off the Chattahoochee on Peachtree Creek. I'm Michael Dowdness, Channel 2 Action News.
And we just got our first look inside a new $100 million entertainment venue you can soon enjoy. Take a look at the arena at South Lake. It's an 8,000-seat arena built through a partnership between Clayton County Public Schools and the Board of Education. The arena will serve as a venue for graduations, sporting events, concerts, and more. Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez got a tour of the facility, and she'll be giving us a tour ahead on Channel 2 Action News at 4.
That will be so great on a rainy day for graduation. Local students are developing some impressive, useful skills. Channel 2's Fred Blankenship shows us how Roswell High School is putting an emphasis on non-traditional education.
I'm hoping at the end of the day to go into industrial electrician.
I'm going to Kennesaw State University for electrical engineering technology.
A dozen students at Roswell High School are setting themselves up for hands-on success early, from soldering to plumbing, electrical work, and masonry. Workforce development organization Skills USA helped give these students construction experience in class.
Because I've always kind of liked the dynamic of electrical. You kind of like work around new problems, create new things.
Opening up doors to new opportunities they may not have considered before.
A lot of it, they're seeing, the trades as, I don't think in the past it was thought of such a great opportunity. And now they're seeing the tradespeople making well into six figures.
There's an unlimited amount of jobs in the workforce, and it's one of the only jobs that AI can't take over.
While the future of some industries may be uncertain, one thing is for sure, the world is being built right now by a new generation of capable young workers.
Someone once told me that the typical pinnacle of success is like a CEO, but it's the construction workers that built the building that he sits in. It's the carpenter that made the desk that he's signing his papers at. It's automotive that made the cars that transport everyone to work. It's those fields that actually make everything come together and lift up the world.
Fred Blankenship, Channel 2 Action News.
New at 3, dozens of students got their eyes checked for free so they can see to learn. The Georgia Lions Lighthouse Foundation provided free vision screenings for kids enrolled at local YMCA summer day camps. We stopped by the Arthur Blank Family YMCA downtown, and these screenings were held at 9 local Y locations. Anyone with vision needs got an eye exam, and then they were fitted for glasses at no cost.
We plan to see about 800 students over the course of this summer, which we're very excited to be able to make a difference.
Throughout the last year, the group screened nearly 14,000 children, helping so many kids. Well, no one likes being late. Now researchers are working to improve navigation apps. The information they say most technology leaves out.
A pilot flying thousands of passengers on hundreds of flights, now facing fraud charges when investigators found out about his license.
I'm Channel 2 sports anchor Allison Mastrangelo. The Georgia Bulldogs have one final practice before they leave for Omaha. How they're preparing for their side of the bracket that is stacked with SEC teams next.
Greetings, Ms. Smith. I hope this letter finds you in good spirits. Enclosed is your settlement check. As a person who's been in your shoes, I know the money in this envelope never fulfilled the void of losing your child. Please know that you and your family will always be in my prayers. And while each day is hard, it will get better. Trust me. If you ever need me, I am only a phone call away. Sincerely, Andre Dennis, attorney at law.
Ceiling leak. How expensive. What? No! Every homeowner's been there. Introducing Comfort 360, the membership for year-round home comfort protection from your trusted team at Castile Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Enjoy exclusive benefits like 15% off any service, 2 seasonal tune-ups a year, and a $500 instant HVAC install credit. The Castile you love is now even better. Learn more at castileair.com/comfort360.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today, I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, the proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
You're finally ready to make a move, but you need to sell your old home first. Meet your Orchard agent. They'll help you buy the home you love without having to sell your old one first. They even help you make a competitive offer as soon as you find it. Orchard agents list your old home after you're all moved into your new one, so you never have to worry about showings, double moves, or double mortgages. While you focus on this, your Orchard agent will sell your home for top dollar. Get started with a free home valuation at orchard.com.
Welcome to a place where intention means more, where each budding rose is tended just for you to enjoy, where a table overlooking the Blue Ridge Mountains holds a world-class meal and conversation that lingers long after the sun sets, where every warm welcome and thoughtful touch make your time here something you'll never forget. Welcome to Biltmore, where every purposeful detail is built for more.
It's time to fire John Ossoff from the United States Senate. That's why I'm supporting Derek Dooley. I think he's the man to get that done.
Conservative outsider Derek Dooley is the Georgia first fighter we need in the Senate.
to take on DC corruption and career politicians. Pass term limits, ban insider trading, and end business as usual. Derek Dooley will work with President Trump and always put Georgia first.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
Insurance companies are friendly at first, but you get badly injured in a wreck, and they'll wrestle you for every dollar. My team and I fight hard to make sure you win. One call, that's all.
Call Ken.com.
Without my good feet, I would not be able to do this. And remember, I'm in my 60s.
The Georgia Bulldogs getting ready to head to Omaha for the College World Series.
That's right. Channel 2 sports anchor Allison Mastrangelo joining us now live in studio. How is the team feeling ahead of this big game?
The vibes are good, and that's what you want going into such a big tournament. The Georgia Bulldogs are 5 days out from their first game against Texas in the College World Series. The team fitting in one more practice at home in Athens before they leave for Omaha on Wednesday. The Bulldogs head to Nebraska as the highest seed. They are one of 5 SEC teams in the tournament. Georgia is in the second bracket, and it's stacked with SEC teams, 4, including Georgia. Head coach Wes Johnson says even though they didn't play Texas this year, there's still some familiarity with the Longhorns and the other SEC teams because they're all from the same conference and have played each other at some point along the way.
No, obviously we played all 3 of them last year, and there's been turnover, but you know their style. I guess I would say, like, you know what Skip's style is, and that's what you're coached off of.
Now, one of the strengths of this Georgia team, they have a talented and powerful lineup. This year, they had a program record 174 home runs. Head coach Wes Johnson has coached in Omaha before. He was a part of the LSU Tigers coaching staff when they won their 7th national title. So he understands the challenges the hitters will face in the Charles Schwab Stadium in Omaha.
No, it's a massive ballpark. The wind plays a really, really big factor in there. There's days it doesn't matter how much power you have. I've played in that ballpark where there's days I've joked you could hit the ball twice and not hit it out of there. And then there's been days, it's played very hitter friendly. Most of the time, if it's playing neutral, it's going to play a lot like Hoover. It'll really go down the lines. It's really hard to get it out, alley to alley to center field, but down the lines you can get it out.
Now, the Bulldogs head out to Omaha tomorrow. They will face Texas on Saturday at 8 p.m. Not Oklahoma, Texas. Wendy?
All right, Allison, thanks so much. We're amped for it. Pool party music playing well into the night landed 2 people with charges. The crackdown on parties that get out of hand. That's next.
A road rage shooting could have caused a crash along a busy highway. How the driver was able to help police track down the suspect.
And you can barely make anything out in this view from our Midtown Tower cam where the rain continues to come down and tracking areas of heavy rain and storms moving through right now.
Advil liquid gels target pain caused by inflammation. They're faster, stronger, and longer lasting than Tylenol rapid release gels to power through tough pain. Advil. That's real strength.
This is Emma. She used to push through her days, even when her legs made every step feel heavier than the last. And these are the vein specialists who understand how challenging vein disease can be and how much pain varicose and spider veins bring to everyday life. Emma lived with leg pain, cramps, swelling, ulcers, even difficulty standing, not knowing relief was closer than she thought. Vein disease symptoms will worsen if left untreated and can lead to serious medical complications. At USA Vein Clinics, our non-surgical 15-minute treatments are covered by most insurance plans and can help you find real, lasting relief so you can get back to your life the very same day.
Call now for your free vein screening at 404-418-4646. That's 404-418-4646 to schedule your consultation today.
To Leo, skipping the buy one, get one means losing 50% of his savings potential. To Leo's mom, his logic is a work in progress. So she helped him open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account with no overdraft fees and tools to track spending. He's learning, Mom, at his own Leo pace. However you make money work, we can work with that.
When someone rear-ends you, the insurance company starts building roadblocks. Your buddy clears the road. Your maximum settlement is on the way. You just sit back and enjoy the breeze. They have their tricks. We have your back. My lawyer is my buddy.
Work with the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. and sell your home for maximum profit. With the guaranteed offer, there are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
If you've ever felt the system was rigged, that's because it is.
Conservative Rick Jackson doesn't owe anybody anything.
The political class protects itself. The media protects them. And the lobbyists prop up the whole thing.
Rick Jackson, the conservative who won't back down.
It's a cartel, and I'm coming to break it up.
Pronamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
Discover music and laugh. Surprises at every turn with Blue Man Group. June 16th and 17th at the Fox Theater. Buy one, get one with promo code FAM2FAM. Family to family and Kroger. Community coverage you can count on.
And we are tracking more areas of heavy rain moving through North Georgia. Areas mainly across our eastern counties got hit hard earlier this morning with several inches falling. Now we're seeing a little bit of a break as more storms fill in now on the west side of town and right in the heart of Metro Atlanta. We are picking up on the rain, but take a look just to our north and west where there's no rain. We have the heat. It's 88 degrees right now as you step outside in Rome and Calhoun. We're at 82 degrees in Atlanta where that rain is really coming down. Also tracking this strong storm that's moving down through Pike County. It has barely moved. We're seeing quite a bit of lightning with it. At one point, there were 55 lightning strikes within the storm, now down to about 35, but heavy rainfall. Within that, we're also seeing the possibility of maybe some small hail. And I also was noticing some broad rotation. So those winds could be quite gusty as that storm approaches Zebulon. As we get closer into the city, we're seeing a small area of heavy rain on the top end of the perimeter as those storms now move out of Cobb County. Also tracking some areas of heavy rain back into Douglas County around Villa Rica and Jonesboro. It looks like the rain in your area now a little bit lighter, but still coming down. And we've had persistent rain here across far northeast Georgia, where we are now seeing some showers still continuing around parts of Rabun and Habersham counties. The good news is that although we've seen all of this rain and we've needed it to help out with the drought, rain chances are going to be coming down. So we are going to see some drier weather heading our way as we head out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By the time we get to the end of the weekend, scattered showers and storms will return. So we'll keep the humidity around as our temperatures start to climb. Through the late night period, rain chances will start to drop off. We can see some areas of patchy fog tomorrow morning, but take a look at how quiet things are up until about the noon hour. But with the help of the sunshine heating things up, instability will get going. And so tomorrow afternoon, there's a chance that we'll see a few isolated showers and storms popping up where we get those storms, heavy rain, a possibility, but a lot of dry time as we get into the day on Wednesday. Overnight low temperatures down into the upper 60s and low 70s. Heading out tomorrow afternoon, the heat returns. We will climb into the upper 80s all across North Georgia. The exception will be the far northeast Georgia mountains. We'll top out in the mid 80s, so still very warm. And as we track our humidity, it's not going anywhere, although we'll have some drier conditions around, less rain, but that high humidity will stick with us and temperatures will be climbing. So as we approach that 90-degree mark later in the week and humidity will still be with us, it's going to feel a lot hotter than what it actually is. So as we check out our 5-day forecast, we can always in view. Rain chances will be down to just 20% Thursday and Friday. It's going to be hot and humid with highs up around 90. Over the weekend, we'll still hang on to the heat and we can expect feel-like temperatures to climb into the mid 90s by the time we head into the weekend.
Ooh, got to get used to that, Ebony. Thank you. A house party ended with a couple in handcuffs after noise complaints from neighbors. Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez reports from the city of South Fulton, where the couple arrested is now planning to sue police.
They're planning to sue because that couple is defending their right to have parties on their own property. Now, neighbors, they're not only complaining about the noise. They said partygoers parked in this church parking lot and left illegal things on this property.
At
don't want to hear that 2 o'clock in the morning.
Neighbors were fed up over the weekend, blaming this couple for throwing this party that lasted 2 days.
It is extremely unbearable.
Neighbors said they heard music at all hours of the morning in what they call a quiet neighborhood off New Hope Road in the city of South Fulton.
It's insane. And then to have a party, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for work. I'm not trying to hear a concert over there.
Neighbors say dozens of guests attended, with many parking at this nearby church.
It's trashed out. They're smoking weed on the church parking lot. They're dressed in stripper gear out here on the church parking lot.
This homeowner said they have a right to have celebrations on their property.
I should be able to have a party without being harassed. But also in the same manner, I understand.
So again, the couple believes they have a right to have parties at their home, even if it lasts 2 days, and that's why they plan to sue. We'll follow this story. We're in the city of South Fulton. Taisha Fernandez, Channel 2 Action News this morning.
A multi-county chase ended with 3 suspects in custody. Take a look at this dash camera video. The pursuit started in Peachtree City and ended in Tyrone Friday afternoon after an officer executed a pit maneuver. 3 suspects got out of the car and tried to run through the woods, but they were quickly arrested. All 3 suspects now face felony charges.
A heads up, if you're planning on hitting the road tonight, lane closures will slow down your drive on a busy interstate. We're talking about I-75 in Henry County. Georgia's Department of Transportation will begin working on a new interchange between Bethlehem Road and State Route 155. The left southbound lane will be closed starting tonight around 9 p.m. until Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. Drivers should expect nightly closures through Friday.
Taking navigation apps to the next level. New at 3, the information researchers say will make our ETAs more accurate than ever.
A stranger started shooting at a man's car on a busy highway. The road rage involved and the victim, who says he's grateful his child was not in the car.
A pilot faces fraud charges after investigators say he never even had a license. How they found out and what the airline is saying after he was arrested.
High energy bills? Can't get cool enough? Your HVAC system could be the reason. Save up to $2,000 on a new system with All Good Home Services. Get safe, reliable service and payment options to fit your budget. Call 770-250-5707 today.
Liberal lawyer John Kennedy fought to keep criminal illegals from being deported. Kennedy sided with Obama in court to keep illegals in Georgia and even voted to give them driver's licenses. America First patriot Greg Dolezal. Greg Dolezal proudly stands with President Trump to deport every illegal immigrant and keep Georgia safe.
Where's Greg? Greg, thank you very much, Greg. We appreciate it.
Greg Dolezal for Lieutenant Governor.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every year, more and more people call us. Last year, it was over 3 million. It's because word spreads and people talk. They tell their neighbors, Morgan & Morgan helped me. They'll fight to help you too. That's how trust is built. One person, one family, one town at a time. Nobody is a nobody and everybody needs a somebody. Injured? Let us be your somebody. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Let's be real. This water comes from real springs. From right here in America. Just crisp, refreshing spring water that tastes like home. Deer Park Spring Water, keeping it real.
Discover untold stories and hidden treasures as we guide you off the beaten path to uncover unforgettable experiences in our travel series. Catch Destinations Discovered every day on the WSB Now stream. Visit WSB-TV.com/Destinations Discovered for a full schedule.
Here's a hot buy from Rooms to Go. Now through Father's Day, get a cozy recliner for dad, get a second recliner for you at 50% off. It's a win-win. Choose from power recliners, manual recliners from trusted brands like Lazy Boy. Select Drew and Jonathan and more. The perfect style, size, color, and fabric. Like this custom leather recliner by Shaq. Now buy one recliner for dad, get a second for 50% off through Father's Day. Rooms to Go recommended, dad approved.
Governor Kemp and Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones have delivered for Georgia. Together, they've created good-paying jobs. Georgia's gas tax, lowered the state income tax, and are helping Georgia's seniors afford to stay in their homes. Burt Jones has worked closely with Brian Kemp and is endorsed by President Trump. making Burt Jones the perfect choice to be Georgia's next governor.
After a serious wreck, the insurance company will try to pay you less. And what do? We fight to maximize your settlement at every turn and get you all that you deserve. One call, that's all.
Call Ken.com.
Drain slowing down? It's only going to get worse. Get a $99 mainline drain cleaning from All Good Home Services, plus a free video camera inspection. We'll clear it fast and get your home back to normal. Call 770-250-5707 today.
Days after a man boarded a plane without a valid boarding pass, a pilot is accused of flying without the proper license. Channel 2's Fred Blankenship shares more about the security and safety issues.
New questions being raised about safety in the skies. The latest incident involves an Air Canada pilot arrested on fraud charges, accused of flying thousands of passengers on hundreds of flights without the proper license. Officials say the investigation began after a random certification check revealed inconsistencies. The airline denies safety was ever compromised, saying, quote, all pilots at Air Canada undergo mandatory recurrent training every 6 months, but acknowledged the licensing process is essential. The airline said it takes the matter with utmost seriousness. Meanwhile, a man accused of boarding a United Airlines flight in Houston without a valid boarding pass appeared in court. His attorney claims 25-year-old Abdul Rahman Oriyami unknowingly bought a fake boarding pass online, thinking he was buying a cheap ticket.
All of us can see the problem with using the internet to obtain a ticket when it's not coming from the airline itself. And that is what the case is all about.
Investigators claim Oriyami tried twice to board a flight using the pass, but was turned away. They say about an hour later, he walked past distracted gate agents and boarded a flight to Los Angeles, where he was later found hiding in the bathroom.
Here we had several failures just right off the bat. A failure to be able to stop this individual before he got through TSA and into the secure area, and a failure, amazingly, to catch him before he walked down the jetway and got on the airplane.
Oriyami's attorney did not elaborate on that fake ticket bought online. If convicted, he could face at least 6 months in prison.
Now new at 3 o'clock, we've learned who is heading to space in Artemis 3's mission. Americans Andre Douglas, Frank Rubio, and Randy Bresnik, alongside Italian Luca Parmitano, will crew the mission. Artemis 3 will serve as a test flight to dock with at least one lunar lander in low Earth orbit. The original plan had the crew landing on the moon, but that plan changed in February. Here's Flight Commander Randy Bresnik.
We are certainly humbled as a crew to be able to be your crew that executes this Artemis 3 mission in space.
This incredible group of people.
Their flight is set for mid-2027, with the mission to the moon coming by 2028.
The war with Iran is driving up jet fuel prices. We have new insight about where it will cost more to visit this summer.
Repeated noise complaints to police left unanswered, why police say it's not their job to handle.
Navigation apps can feel necessary in Metro Atlanta traffic, but there are obstacles they do not predict. New at 3, the team working to change that next.
Now at Whataburger, you can get the new Big Ranch Wrap for $3, 5 premium Whata chicken bites for $4, or a bacon cheese Whataburger Jr. for $5. Add fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a Whata deal at Whataburger. Download the app.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Some of the greatest blessings in my life are my 6 grandchildren. I gladly share with anyone the video of my 2-year-old granddaughter being discovered after she had decorated herself and most of the bathroom surfaces with my daughter's makeup. That being said, it is always distressing to hear when someone's child has been injured. But our firm can help. Morgan & Morgan, for the children and the people.
We don't want to see homeowners falling through their floors.
Certainly not.
So as the symptom goes, moisture, mildew, mold, any of that stuff.
That's bad. Wood doesn't like water. Every house that is on a crawl space needs an encapsulation.
It's so important, man. If this doesn't get done, like what happens to polite society, man?
When your flooring's in jeopardy, ain't nobody safe.
Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, the proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Right now at Rooms To Go, shop incredible hot buys and get 55-month interest-free financing. That means low monthly payments with 0 interest, plus low Rooms To Go prices that make buying even easier. Shop stunning living room hot buys, amazing bedroom hot buys, and dining room hot buys too hot to miss. With 55-month interest-free financing and low Rooms To Go prices. So let's go. It's time to save big on an amazing selection of hot buys. Right now at Rooms To Go.
Welcome to a place where intention means more, where each budding rose is tended just for you to enjoy, where a table overlooking the Blue Ridge Mountains holds a world-class meal and conversation that lingers long after the sun sets, where every warm welcome and thoughtful touch make your time here something you'll never forget. Welcome to Biltmore, where every purposeful detail is built for more.
Years ago, I lost my father in an auto accident caused by a negligent driver. I remember feeling the loss. I also remember getting hounded by the insurance company to accept an unfair settlement. After that, I was inspired and I founded the Dennis Law Firm. I understand what you're going through because I've been in your shoes. If you or a loved one has been the victim of an auto accident, 18-wheeler accident, or wrongful death, contact the Dennis Law Firm today. We'll fight to get you the compensation you deserve.
We're coming in hot with the new Hot Honey Crisp What a Chicken Sandwich. Tangy red pepper cheese, crispy fried chicken, and that sweet hot honey. Just don't get lost in the sauce. For a limited time at What a Burger.
We're tracking some showers and storms this afternoon, definitely out there. Another live look over Midtown Atlanta, where we've been seeing that rain come down for some time, hearing it too. Meteorologist Ebony Dion is live in Severe Weather Center 2, tracking where the rain is headed.
Yeah, now we're starting to clear things out over Midtown, but it is still very wet out there. We are going to be dealing with a chance for showers and storms around through late this evening. By early tonight, things should start to taper off, but we'll definitely still be on the damp and humid side. Temperature still around 11. We'll be in the lower and mid-70s. Now, as we check on Storm Tracker 2 HD radar, a lot of the storms with heavy downpours moving around Metro Atlanta have barely been moving. So we'll definitely have to watch out for some of those poor drainage areas and low-lying areas that are prone to flooding for that possibility, because we've already picked up several inches. I've been tracking this storm nearly stationary, moving through parts of north and western areas of Pike County. Quite a bit of lightning with that. Now it's not as intense, but it is still producing a lot of heavy rain as it moves towards Zebulon. Also seeing some spotty activity off to the west and southwest of Greenville. Heavy rain on the top end of the perimeter around Buckhead. We're seeing some heavy downpours, and we've also been tracking some light rain up into far northeast Georgia. Taking a look ahead, we are going to continue with our active weather pattern with more rain than we typically would see, even as we head into mid to late June. Coming up, I'll let you know how much more rain we're expecting this week.
Ebony, thank you. Navigation apps must in Atlanta traffic like Waze or Google Maps, but researchers at MIT say they're only giving us half the information we need to get us where we're going on time.
New at 3 o'clock, Catherine Parada introduces us to the team working to take navigation to the next level.
In 0.2 miles, turn right.
The familiar sound of Waze giving directions.
Exit right to Pleasant Street.
And an ETA. These researchers at MIT's Laboratory for Information and Decision Systems say that's when today's technology can let us down, because it only tells you the drive time between two locations.
But it turns out that that's not the full picture. It doesn't include the time to find parking. It doesn't tell you the time to go from that parking to the final destination. So it really is literally the time to drive.
Associate Professor Kathy Wu and PhD candidate Cameron Hickert want to shift navigational apps into high gear.
What we can do is we can figure out, like, okay, you're best off trying this parking lot first, even if it's farther than the closest parking lot. But because of the likelihood of availability, let's take a shot there first.
They then factor in the walking time from that parking area with the highest probability of availability and calculate the time of your total journey.
So let's say we want to go from Cary Park, which is in a residential area, and you want to go to Pike Place Market.
They built their prototype with data from Seattle and call it a parking-aware navigation system.
We can consider different strategies for parking, one of which is the simplest one, is to drive to the destination and actually go to the nearest parking location and just wait there until there is parking available.
That trip would take 60 minutes, but if the person use the lot a little further away with more spaces available and walked, total time drops to 26 minutes. You can also compare your travel time by car to public transit.
You can't find a parking spot, and then you find your parking spot, you got to walk another 5 minutes, and you just think to yourself, I should have taken the T, or I should have ridden my bike. And we hope that this can help people make better decisions.
The environment also benefits with less circling for parking.
That's just extra emissions. It's not just extra emissions, it's extra congestion, which means that all the other vehicles on the roads are also spending more time on the roads. So that's like a direct impact.
And that was Catherine Parada reporting. The researchers are able to use current mapping technology and enhance it with the parking and walking data. We're told one of their challenges before they can roll the app out is finding a way to get more access to that parking information.
Triple Team Traffic always helps you get around Atlanta. That will include tonight when the same section of 285 that shut down last weekend will have more lane closures. Triple Team Traffic's Mike Shields has what you need to know before rush hour starts.
Looking ahead to tonight as you travel across Metro Atlanta, weather permitting, there's going to be lane closures in Southwest Atlanta. This very active work zone we see every night. And of course, we just came off another full closure of this section this past weekend, 285 north and southbound between Cascade Road and Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Expect multiple lanes to be blocked. They alternate between the left lanes and the right lanes in this section of 285, depending on which side they're working at that night. A great way to avoid it is the downtown connector, a wide alternate to avoid the west side perimeter. Also, watch out for delays in Gwinnett County as you make your way through Duluth with multiple lanes blocked in the overnight hours on 85 northbound, leaving 316, getting past Duluth Highway up to Old Peachtree Road. We're up to 3 left lanes will be blocked overnight tonight. Satellite Boulevard or Buford Highway west of I-85, a great alternate to avoid those delays. And into DeKalb County, yes, you're going to see lane closures in both directions, I-20 east and westbound between Kindler Road and Panola Road with on and off traffic pacing throughout the night. If you're trying to avoid those delays between Decatur and Stonecrest, you can always use Covington Highway as an alternate. I'm Mike Shields, Channel 2 Action News.
And here's a reminder to keep your cool out there on the roads. A man is in jail without bond, charged in what police are calling a road rage shooting. The victim, who does not want to be named, says he was driving for DoorDash on Friday when a stranger started riding his bumper on Highway 316. Shortly after, he says the stranger fired a BB gun and shattered his back window. The victim called 911 and read off the license plate, which helped police make an arrest.
I'm just glad I was able to get him out the streets, though.
Officers tracked and arrested Brangert Mora Lizarazo the same day. He faces multiple charges, including 2 felonies.
In today's local Steals and Deals, Shannon Lanier and Carolyn Gracie have a handcrafted find.
It's time to get comfy because Carolyn Gracie is here with an exclusive offer on some super soft slippers. I love these.
I want like some bedding that's made out of this.
know,
So
right?
live right in that slipper. They're so comfy. So Shannon, these are feel goods and they're men's slippers and they are just yummy, like walking on a cloud.
Yeah, I have mine on already and they do feel good.
Don't they feel great?
Yeah.
So they're artisan crafted, made by artisan communities and of sustainable fabric. So the outside is spot cleanable, really, really pretty. The inside depends on the style you choose. Could be completely Sherpa lined, partly lined with Sherpa here, and then completely without Sherpa if you want something a little cooler. But the fabric is great on all of them, and they all have this great padding. So it's like walking on a cloud.
Especially if you hate walking on wood floors.
I know.
These are so soft.
Well, and a lot of times we don't wear shoes in the house. So this is the perfect solution. Or you can wear these outside too, though, because
Ooh, I
feel
like that.
the
Yeah.
nice hard outsole. So taking the kids to school, running to get a coffee, you don't have to get out of your slippers.
Don't tell my kids that. They won't like it. Take your slippers off, Dad. They're so comfortable.
And they come in a wide variety of sizes and designs, which you can choose. So something for everybody. But again, they support those artisan communities around the globe. So it's a really good
So
thing.
important. Okay, so what's the deal on these?
So these are 45% off now.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Great job. Thank you so much. All right, go ahead to localsteals.com and get yours now. Your feet will thank you.
Noise complaints that appear to go unanswered. One neighbor tells us she called police at least 10 times to make a complaint, but nothing happened. Check out this video. We first told you last night on WSB Tonight. This all happened over the weekend, and you can see all the cars and people outside. Ivy Offerdom says her neighbor had a large party with a DJ outside that did not stop until 7 a.m. She says when she called Cobb County Police, officers said they could not stop the party.
It was a live band, and they were singing, and it was too much traffic.
Well, the mayor says local noise complaints are an issue for code enforcement.
In just a few hours, people can weigh in on a plan for a higher tax rate in a DeKalb County city. Brookhaven is proposing raising the millage rate by nearly 50%. The millage rate is what governments use to calculate property taxes. The city says a home valued at $800,000 with a homestead exemption would pay nearly $400 more a year. The next public hearing is tonight, 6:30 inside Brookhaven City Center.
A house shot up during a graduation party with 11 shots hitting the walls, ceiling, and roof. As teenagers run for cover, the person arrested for turning a celebration upside down.
Summer travel is costing more with airfare increasing. New at 3, the places costing way more and destinations where you can actually save.
Some stories are bigger.
Channel 2 Action News live with this breaking situation.
They unfold in real time, change as you watch.
We know this community well. We have multiple reporters there now.
The best team from the air, ground, in local neighborhoods.
This is unfolding live. We're putting things into perspective for you.
Bringing you every detail.
Accuracy matters. We are working our sources to make sure to keep you informed.
When stories break, when it matters most. Channel 2 Action News, every day at 4, 5, and 6.
This is Emma. She used to push through her days, even when her legs made every step feel heavier than the last. And these are the vein specialists who understand how challenging vein disease can be and how much pain varicose and spider veins bring to everyday life. Emma lived with leg pain, cramps, swelling, ulcers, even difficulty standing, not knowing relief was closer than she thought. Vein disease symptoms will worsen if left untreated and can lead to serious medical complications. At USA Vein Clinics, our non-surgical 15-minute treatments are covered by most insurance plans and can help you find real, lasting relief so you can get back to your life the very same day.
Call now for your free vein screening at 404-418-4646. That's 404-418-4646 to schedule your consultation today.
You ever notice how the best part of anything is right in the middle? The middle of a cinnamon roll? Your favorite song? Or a sun-soaked day where time stands still and there's nowhere you'd rather be? So come on in, slide a little closer, and plan on going big. Right here in Illinois, the middle of everything.
I remember sitting right there, wondering if she was going to make it.
At South College, you can train to become a surgical technologist, learning to assist in the moments that matter most.
Now, I'm part of the reason someone gets to go home.
South College offers over 100 programs and concentrations. To find out more about our Atlanta and Marietta campuses, visit south.edu. South College, where dreams find direction.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
When someone rear-ends you, the insurance company starts building roadblocks. Your buddy clears the road. Your maximum settlement is on the way. You just sit back and enjoy the breeze. They have their tricks. We have your back. My lawyer is my buddy.
Bathfitter didn't just fix the bathroom. We engineered a revolution. The PermaFit system, custom built to the millimeter, delivering the ultimate watertight solution. Bathfitter, more than a renovation, a revolution.
Budget more money for summer travel. Jet fuel costs are causing airlines to charge passengers more to fly. But there are some places where you can get a deal. Soaring airfare costs are shaking up summer travel. Prices for domestic and international trips are way up.
People are not giving up their summer vacations, but they are choosing places a little closer to home.
Expedia gathered data which shows 63% of U.S. travelers are planning a domestic trip this summer. They say part of the push to stay closer to home is hype around the FIFA World Cup games and the America 250 celebrations.
We're seeing is really the perfect summer for domestic travel demand.
The other reason people are staying closer to home, the high cost to fly internationally. Since the war with Iran began, maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz has essentially halted. It's cut off 20% of the world's oil supply from global markets, and the disruption in oil supply has caused jet fuel prices to surge. Travel site Kayak compared last year's airfare prices for economy round-trip tickets to some popular destinations this year and found airfare to London is up more than 45%. Last year, average ticket prices were $786. This year, tickets are more than $1,100. Flights to Paris are up more than 30% from last year. Some airlines have announced they're cutting routes this summer to save on jet fuel costs.
Fewer routes means fewer options, means higher prices, and it's just kind of a vicious circle.
Prices for domestic travel are up as well. Kayak reports the average airfare is $388 compared to $307 last year. So if you're looking to get away and save, it's flights to Key West, Florida, the Bahamas, and Mexico City that are down.
A graduation party quickly turned a celebration into teens running to take cover after someone decided to shoot up the party. We're speaking with neighbors about the frustration as their neighborhood turned into a crime scene.
2 people accused of trying to break into the jail. The list of items investigators believe they were trying to get to inmates inside.
Look, I'll be honest. If I wasn't running in this race, there's enough out there that I would have started an investigation. I would have. Did the lieutenant governor use his official office to help benefit himself financially? I think it's wrong. I think it's unethical. It could be illegal. And look, the Georgia people do not want somebody running for governor that sees the governor's mansion as an extension of their business empire.
Is your roof showing signs of wear or storm damage? Before a small issue becomes a much bigger problem, call Atlanta Roofing Specialists to repair or update your roof. We're a family-owned business that has been serving the Atlanta area for over 30 years. Unlike other roofers that just want to get another project done, we take the time to do the job right. We hand nail every shingle, allowing for greater precision, and have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. Call now or visit us online to get a free roof inspection plus up to $1,000 off your next project.
If it's breaking, join Fred Blankenship and Lori Wilson on Channel 2 Action News.
Right now at 4, showers and storms have moved into Georgia. As the clouds build up, meteorologist Ebony Dion is timing when it will clear out.
A graduation party shot up at a house that was being rented out.
Bullets flew into a Gwinnett County home that was full of teenagers.
I was sitting there, 9:30, whatever. It sounded like firecrackers went off.
Coming up, how the house that's a short-term rental is drawing concerns from neighbors for safety reasons.
And something you don't hear every day, people trying to break into the jail. A list of items investigators found on one suspect arrested as they search for the second person still on the run.
Live, local, late-breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at 4 p.m. Coverage you can count on.
Thanks so much for joining us on this rainy Tuesday afternoon. I'm Karen Greer.
Hello, I'm Wendy Corona. So the rain is coming down throughout parts of North Georgia right now. Let's check in with meteorologist Ebony Dion. She's in for Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz live now in Severe Weather Center 2.
And we started off wet and stormy across our eastern counties earlier this morning. Now coming up on a break, but as storms continue to fill in here across our western areas, that's where we're seeing some heavy downpours along with quite a bit of lightning with some of these storms. As far as temperatures are concerned, we're at 81 in Atlanta. It's 88 in Rome. We're now at 90 where it is dry in Calhoun and 88 in LaGrange. So it's very hot in some locations and humid. And we're tracking pockets of heavy rain with this storm that's moving between McKaysville and Blue Ridge up in Fannin County. Clayton, you're still picking up on a few showers in Rabun County. And as we get closer into the city, storms are now approaching the Doraville area, just off to the west of Tucker. Some areas of heavy rain back through Douglasville. We see some heavy rain with the storms moving through Carroll County, all the way back into Randolph County, just to the north of Dowie. And we have been tracking an area of heavy rain with the storms that have barely been moving here around Pike County, and storms are now starting to fill in here around Upson County. We will continue to have that chance for storms around through late this evening, and then we're going to trend a little bit drier. I'll let you know when to expect those drier changes coming up.
Ebony, thank you. Now new at 4, teenagers ran for cover as bullets ripped through a short-term rental house in the middle of a packed graduation party. Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson live now near Buford. And Matt, people in the neighborhood really shaken up by this.
Yeah, it was right here where they found shell casings across the street. And at first thought the gunfire went into the woods here. But when police showed up, when the owner looked at the damage inside this home, they had realized the bullets went into the home with a house full of people. Thankfully, nobody was hit, but everyone, especially the owner, is frustrated by what happened.
And how nobody got hit is beyond me from looking at that house.
Bullet holes pierced the window and the roof of a short-term rental that turned a graduation party into a crime scene. Police say 11 rounds from an automatic weapon tore into the house while dozens of teens packed the party inside.
So I jumped up and I seen two cars, 3 or 4 kids, jumped in, took off.
Police have arrested 19-year-old John Osefo and charged him in a shooting that damaged the house on Milltown Court near Buford. This neighbor, who asked not to be identified, says the party that erupted in gunfire at around 9:30 on May 23rd was never welcome in their quiet cul-de-sac.
They affected the other neighbors. There's young kids in this neighborhood.
The owner tells me he was away at a church retreat with no phone when police came twice, thought the gunfire was fireworks, and then left. The owner discovered the bullet holes later and says the woman who booked it asked to hold a small gathering and came across as a mother.
But even the officer said, a lot of people pretend to be the mom or the family member.
The shooting left him with a damaged house, costly repairs, and a listing the rental service dropped over the gunfire.
Definitely they put a dent on the operations for that property.
The night left neighbors wanting the county to keep a closer watch on who rents these homes out and to whom.
Oh, I mean, I can't see anybody want this coming in.
Now, police haven't released a motive for why this happened, and the suspect remains in jail facing a slew of felony charges. Gwinnett County actually recently passed a bunch of new regulations for owners of these type of properties. I'm putting together that part of the story for Channel 2 Action News at 5. Live in Gwinnett County, Matt Johnson, Channel 2 Action News.
The man accused of shooting a 17-year-old on a MARTA train is now facing federal charges. MARTA police say Anthony Gresham shot the high school senior Friday night at the Midtown station. Javon Easterling had just left an engineering program at Georgia Tech when he was shot in the hand and leg, and his family says his bag stopped a bullet from hitting him in the chest. Police arrested Gresham in Douglas County. We now know MARTA riders are seeing some of the highest violent crime numbers in more than a decade. In the first 5 months of 2026, MARTA has seen at least 30 cases of robberies, assaults, or homicides. That marks the worst 5-month stretch the Transit Authority has faced since 2014.
Developing now, the search for a second suspect accused of trying to smuggle drugs, cell phones, and other contraband into the Fulton County Jail. Police arrested one suspect already, this man, who they say admitted to cutting through a jail fence last night. Channel 2's Michael Seiden live now in Northwest Atlanta with how it's an ongoing fight there against smuggling at the jail. Michael.
Yeah, Wendy, this is nothing new, and sometimes people have been successful getting that contraband inside the jail. In this specific case, though, we know that one man is now behind bars facing felony charges. The second suspect, investigators tell us, is somewhere still out there. This is the man investigators say tried to smuggle contraband into the Fulton County Jail. But less than 24 hours later, Nicholas Andrews is now behind bars inside that very same facility. Investigators say it was late Monday night and into the early morning hours of Tuesday when Andrews and an accomplice who remains on the run cut through a fence similar to this one surrounding the Rice Street Jail before they were stopped. According to an arrest affidavit, when investigators searched Andrews' bag, they found marijuana, 93 packs of cigarettes, a pint of promethazine, 32 oxycontin pills, multiple iPhones, phone cases, lighters, tools, baby wipes, charging cables, and other items they believe were intended for inmates. This isn't the first time investigators have dealt with an alleged attempt to get contraband inside a Fulton County jail. Last year, a deputy patrolling the Fulton County Jail's South Annex in Union City spotted a suspect who authorities say had cut through a fence and was trying to get contraband to inmates through a cell window.
That individual was trying to make access into one of the cell windows. He was using a crowbar to essentially introduce contraband into the jail.
Back on Rice Street, investigators say Andrews later admitted that he and his accomplice used bolt cutters to get through the fence. Andrews is now facing several charges, including felony interference with government property. And again, search continues for that second suspect. I've been texting with Sheriff Labatt, just trying to find out a little bit more about that investigation. He told me that he's not available to go on camera, but he will be putting out a statement later, hoping to get an update on that second suspect. For now, we're live in Northwest Atlanta. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Michael, always something going on over there. And of course, one more person to catch. Thank you.
Channel 2 Action News was there 1 year ago when deputies and detention officers uncovered a contraband operation at the jail annex, this one in Union City. Flashbangs. The shakedown was in response to a large hole in a fence being discovered outside of the jail right there. Eventually, 3 holes were found in 3 levels of fencing surrounding that complex. Investigators then found a bag containing cigarettes, marijuana, vapes, phone charges, and some cheeseburgers. And the summer before, 4 security officers who worked for a contract company were arrested in a sting operation at the Fulton County Jail. They were accused of smuggling cell phones into the jail by hiding them in a cutout inside a book. Then one of the suspects was accused of having sex with an inmate.
Developing this hour, President Donald Trump is weighing new military strikes against Iran after he confirms Iran shot down a U.S. helicopter. The 2 American pilots are safe. A military official told ABC News the drone involved in the incident is the same type Iran typically uses to target ships in the Strait of Hormuz. In less than 15 minutes, the response President Donald Trump is now promising.
We are just 5 days away from the first FIFA World Cup match, and today, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens gave us a status update on all the plans for the games, and more importantly, a round of the games. The mayor and his administration held a pep rally of sorts at the C.T. Martin Recreation Center in Southwest Atlanta this morning. He conceded that the price tag and availability of World Cup match tickets are tough. But that's why he says his administration has been planning a lot of free events all around the city, including watch parties at many different locations, so that even if you cannot afford to get into the stadium, you can still root for your favorite team with friends.
But just remember, that's for the FIFA matches. There's 8 of those. Ludacris is free in Atlanta. The Atlanta Cultural Exchange is free. All of these, the Beltline watch parties and all these things are also free.
A lot going on. The mayor added that they will be handing out some free tickets for some lucky fans. Channel 2's Richard Elliott live in downtown Atlanta. Richard, the mayor also talked about MARTA and some security issues.
That's right. You can see what is now called Atlanta Stadium there behind me. MARTA has had to deal with a number of violent incidents at trains and stations. The mayor says he welcomes a federal investigation into those incidents and into MARTA security. But he says that he is optimistic that MARTA will be able to solve these issues. He says he is even offering city resources, including police officers, to help with security on the trains and at the station so that they can keep all the people coming to the matches, local and international, safe during the World Cup. Karen?
All right, Richard Elliott, thanks so much.
I'm using Storm Tracker 2 HD radar to track storms that are producing heavy rainfall from Atlanta, point south and west. I'll let you know just how much more rain we're expecting with some of these storms.
A new 1,000 people coming to a local city.
To be right here on I-75, just 10 minutes from the airport.
All new at 4, we're taking you on a tour of this major entertainment destination.
And new developments after troopers arrested a sheriff for DUI. His fight in court today, and new insight from witnesses.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan. When my brother Tim was injured, we had nobody in our corner. And I promised myself long ago that no family would be left without somebody to fight for them. That promise became Morgan & Morgan. 35 years later, we kept it. So many families protected. $30 billion recovered. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.com.
Man, I love this place. But when my dry AMD progressed to geographic atrophy, or GA, I was worried I'd be seeing less of it. My retina specialist told me that Izervay protects healthy retinal cells longer and is proven to slow GA.
Slow it down. out, get GA going slower.
Which could help me see what I love for longer.
Izervay, get GA going slower.
Izervay is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam.
With Izervay, I'm taking action to slow my GA, and seeing him out there means everything to me.
Ask your retina specialist how you could help preserve your vision longer with Izervay.
I'm Attorney General Chris Carr.
And I'm Joan Carr.
We're supporting Rick Jackson for governor because, like Brian Kemp, he has character, integrity, and he'll keep Georgia strong by cutting taxes, keeping us safe, and supporting our teachers.
Both Rick Jackson and I spent time in foster care. He knows what it's like to struggle. I know he'll protect Georgia's foster kids and every hardworking Georgian.
Vote for Rick Jackson on June 16th.
Mark with a K loves mayonnaise. Mark with a C can't stand it. That's the job. Remember the small things. Because that's how you make a great sub. You make it for someone, not just anyone.
Mark Italian, extra mayo. Mark Italian, no mayo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. During GMC Truck Month, get 0% APR for 5 years on 2026 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, no monthly payments for 130 days. We are professional grade.
The headlines about Jackson and his company are damning. Sued for trafficking and racketeering, owes $30 million in unpaid taxes, caught hiring illegals over Americans, and Medicare fraud.
In 2024, the U.S. Attorney's Office announced Jackson and Coker agreed to pay $700,000 to resolve allegations that they participated in a kickback scheme to bill Medicare for medically unnecessary equipment.
Everything Jackson has told us has been a lie.
I'm continuing to track the heavy rain that is coming down across Pike County, now moving into Upson County. This storm was nearly stationary as it moved just to the north and west of Zebulon. It's now starting to push a little bit farther south. Take a look at all the lightning associated with that, along with some heavy rainfall and the possibility of maybe even some small hail embedded within that as well. We're also tracking a small area of heavy rain near LaGrange, back into Troup County, Carroll County, some lightning with the storms that are firing up there, and then back into Randolph County. Not only are we seeing some heavy rainfall, but within that area of rain, area shaded in hot pink, indicating where we could be talking about some hail with that storm as well. We could see some spotty areas of heavy rain right on up into Douglas County, South Fulton County, and rain that has been coming down around Atlanta and now pushing off to the north and east, moving through DeKalb County. So through this evening, we will continue to track the rain and storms moving through, and we're going to see that opportunity lasting through at least late tonight before things settle down. So as far as temperatures go, areas that do get the rain, we're in for a little bit of a cool down, but we're feeling the heat and the humidity in places such as Rome and Calhoun, where we're sitting in the upper 80s to right around 90 at this hour. All right, Ebony, thank you. Police say a man grabbed a gas can, walked up to a neighbor's house, and lit it on fire. Here's what's left of that house, all charred, boarded up. This is on Old Spring Road in Cobb County. We're learning how investigators made contact with the accused arsonist before that house burned. That's on Channel 2 Action News at 5.
A convicted felon who tried to get a taxi driver to help him get away is now headed to prison for the next 5 years. Take a look at this. The U.S. Attorney Office says Sincere Billingsley tried to force a taxi driver to drive off while officers were trying to arrest him at a motel in Cartersville. This happened back in December 2024. He was sentenced for being in possession of guns and drugs. New developments, the suspended sheriff arrested for driving under the influence says his own deputies participated in his unlawful arrest. And now he's asking a court to toss out all the evidence gathered in this case. Channel 2's Tom Jones live now in Hall County, where prosecutors say there was nothing unlawful about the arrest. Tom.
And Wendy, if a judge here decides to toss out
all the evidence in this case. That means the state essentially has no case. This all had to do with what the sheriff's second in command did after he heard the sheriff had been drinking and driving in his county vehicle.
We both observed that this vehicle was driving in a erratic fashion.
Chief Deputy Kevin Head testified he got word his boss, Sheriff Gerald Couch, had been driving under the influence in his county vehicle. So he and a captain went to the sheriff's home to get the car back in February. Head testified on the way they noticed the sheriff driving erratically, and when they got to his home, the sheriff appeared intoxicated. That's when the chief deputy told the sheriff this.
I told you, if you were drinking and driving a county vehicle, I would have you arrested.
Now the sheriff wants everything related to when the chief deputy and the captain arrived at the sheriff's home tossed out. He says it was unlawfully obtained.
I believe everything upon entry and from that point in time after is illegally obtained.
Attorney Poole told the court the sheriff didn't consent to a search of his property, didn't consent to field sobriety test, and says he wasn't given a warning. He had the right to remain silent, among other issues. He says when the chief deputy made that comment about the sheriff being arrested, the deputy had to play by different rules at that point. But prosecutors say when the chief deputy said Couch was going to jail, he was only detained at that time. The chief deputy says he called a state trooper who took over the investigation and arrested Couch. The deputy testified he warned the sheriff he had a right to remain silent, informed Couch about implied consent, and let him know when he was under arrest. And the prosecutor said the sheriff, knew exactly what was going on since at one time he trained officers on DUI arrest. The judge, will decide later on whether to keep that evidence in or toss it out. We're live in Hall County. I'm Tom Jones for Channel 2 Action News.
A local soccer bar voted most popular in the country is racing to open a second location close to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. What they still have to do to be ready in time for the World Cup in a live report on Channel 2 Action News at 5. Well, the San Antonio Spurs forced a Game 5 with a win over the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden last night.
Channel 2 sports anchor Allison Mastrangelo joins us live now in studio. And Allison, several local basketball stars made a big impact with the Spurs win last night.
They did, and we always talk about the talent in Georgia, and they are showing up and showing out. Now, there are several players from Georgia that are playing for the Spurs. However, Stephon Castle showed the world he thrives under pressure. Spurs down 2-0 on the road in the series, and he goes off for 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. In the playoffs, Castle has been averaging 19 points a game. The 2024 Rookie of the Year grew up in Covington, Georgia, and played high school basketball at Newton High School. Last night, the sophomore guard played 38 minutes and finished as the team's second leading scorer, just behind Victor Wembanyama. Castle and Wemby became the first pair of teammates aged 22 or younger to each score 20 points or more in a finals game. Castle was asked after the victory if the team felt any sense of relief now that they were finally able to get a win in this series.
I don't know if I would say relief. I feel like we still haven't really done anything. Obviously, we're still down 2-1, and we're looking forward to the next 48 minutes. Whether we won or lost this game, the series wouldn't have been over for us. So, obviously, it feels good. It feels good to win, especially on the road after dropping, two bad ones. I think our confidence has, been the same throughout this series, regardless of what happened. So. I feel like we're just looking forward to the next 48.
And I can't forget about Peachtree Ridge alum Devin Vassell. He had 11 points and 4 rebounds in the Spurs win last night. Game 4 on Channel 2 on Wednesday.
Come on, Spurs. A historic meeting at the Vatican between civil rights icon Andrew Young and the American Pope. Now he's talking only to Channel 2 Action News, and he told me this was a once-in-a-lifetime visit he will never forget.
2 Atlanta roads have made the list of having the nation's most passive-aggressive drivers. The areas that saw driver behavior that was not so pleasant.
Iran shot down a U.S. Apache helicopter over the Strait of Hormuz. The dramatic save executed by unmanned rescue boats.
Weather presented by Montlake, an Atlanta original since 1984.
After an accident, the stress is unimaginable and the pain can be overwhelming. If a lawyer is truly exceptional, they're an advocate, they're a friend, they're a listener, and they're a guide. We're in the trenches with you. We're not looking down on you and telling you this is how it's going to go. We're in it with you every step of the way. It should be as easy as possible for you. We want to take that burden off of our clients. If you hang up the phone feeling better, then we've done our job.
They don't have to look over their shoulder every 5 minutes, and worry about us taking them out of the country. I'm very sensitive to both sides on the issue.
Derek Dooley, a total disaster on immigration. Mike Collins wrote the Laken Riley Act to deport criminal illegals.
I'm Mike Collins, and I approve this message because I stand with President Trump.
Congressman Mike Collins. Mike, you were fantastic.
We don't want to see homeowners falling through their floors.
Certainly not.
So as the symptom goes, moisture, mildew, mold, any of that stuff.
That's bad. Wood doesn't like water. Every house that is on a crawl space needs an encapsulation.
It's so important, man. If this doesn't get done, what happens to polite society?
When flooring's in jeopardy, ain't nobody safe.
Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, the proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Liberal lawyer John Kennedy fought to keep criminal illegals from being deported. Kennedy sided with Obama in court to keep illegals in Georgia and even voted to give them driver's licenses. America First patriot Greg Dolezal. Greg Dolezal proudly stands with President Trump to deport every illegal immigrant and keep Georgia safe.
Where's Greg? Greg, thank you very much, Greg. We appreciate it.
Greg Dolezal for Lieutenant Governor.
I can. You can't spell American without it. During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, say I can in the original can-do vehicle. I can go where freedom takes me. I can bring the whole crew and everything that comes with them. And in America's most patriotic brand, I can take it all in. You can do anything in the new Jeep brand lineup during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Right now, during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited models. See Atlanta area Jeep brand dealer.
EMC Security has been protecting Georgia homes and families for over 25 years. Locally owned, right here in your community. Get the same advanced smart security technology as the big national brands without the big price tag. 24/7 monitoring starting at just $99 down. No contracts and a competitor price match guarantee. Fast response times, experience local service. If you're not with EMC Security, there's a good chance you're paying too much. Switch to EMC Security and start saving. Visit emcsecurity.com for your free quote today.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine.
Yeah, he's a donor.
But
right?
Yeah, he's a donor. He's got a great story. And I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that could sell fun.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
A major update in the war with Iran. President Donald Trump is promising retaliation after a U.S. chopper went down near the Strait of Hormuz. It marks a significant escalation during the ceasefire and comes just hours after the president said a deal was near. Tuesday, President Donald Trump said the U.S. Apache helicopter that crashed overnight near the Strait of Hormuz was shot down by Iranians. It marks a dramatic escalation in the war, with the president writing on social media, quote, "The U.S. must, of necessity, respond to this attack." The two pilots were rescued in what was described as a remarkable rescue.
The pilots are fine, yeah. And nobody injured.
A U.S. official says those pilots were rescued by what's called Task Force 59, the Navy's first ever drone task force. A sea drone like this operates entirely autonomously.
So this is likely something we're going to see a lot of. This is a first of its kind situation, but it could be very helpful when it comes to recovering personnel.
A U.S. official says a drone picked up the two crew members and took them to another location in the water, where they were then hoisted up to a helicopter. The escalation comes as President Trump previously said the U.S. was close to a deal with Iran, potentially in the coming days.
I don't think there are any sticking points. I think we're very close to having a very, very good, strong, powerful deal.
It is not clear what effect this might have on the negotiations. The war has now stretched beyond 100 days. A new Reuters Ipsos poll shows 29% of American adults asked last week said they approve of the president's handling of the war. 59% disapprove.
Get ready. A new arena that can seat 8,000 people is coming to town.
It is open to any and everybody.
All new at 4, the events that are already planned as we take you on a tour.
Millions of dollars worth of drugs off the streets. The discovery made by a canine officer during a traffic stop, letting deputies know something was up.
And we've had multiple rounds of rain and storms move across North Georgia and cracking some storms as we speak, but drier changes on the way within the next 24 hours.
Injured in an accident? Call Sweet James and get the justice you deserve.
Tech that lets you be you, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month, or get 0.99% APR or $22.50 bonus cash. Hurry in.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is ripe for a political outsider, especially somebody that could sell fun.
Rick Jackson, the conservative outsider who will deliver tax cuts, lower prices, and deliver the booming economy for Georgia.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Want to hear a sound that's music to your ears? It's this one. You're a winner! Because that means you're an instant winner in the Cash 4 444 promotion. For 44 days, 444 Cash 4 players will win $444 right on the spot. Just listen for this prize alert on the terminal. You're a winner! Or look for the prize alert on your ticket to see if you've won. There are 444 winners through June 30th. So play Cash 4 to instantly win an extra $444. Only from the Georgia Lottery.
What I love about working at Kaiser Permanente is we keep you at the center of our care. We are able to provide an integrated, holistic approach by ensuring that we're keeping all the pieces of the puzzle together. When you come to see us, you have a choice. With first-time mom, you have a choice of seeing a physician, a nurse midwife, a nurse practitioner. You're going to form a bond with these clinicians throughout the 9 months of pregnancy, and it's your choice on who you want to see.
Kaiser Permanente.
And you'll end up deported or departed.
Granda, why do you look so mean in these ads?
Really?
Yes. You look so mean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we should make an ad for you.
Really? What would you do?
We would make you look cool.
Let's get you a truck. Your political ad has a truck. Oh, yeah, and a dog.
First, we'll pick out your clothes.
Yeah.
Let's make Georgia better together. I'm Rick Jackson.
And he approves this message.
The new ride you can't wait to show off. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra and Hyundai Kona.
Get a Hyundai Elantra with 3.49% APR for 60 months, or lease for $159 a month. Hurry in.
Step up to the plate and give blood during the Atlanta Braves All-American Blood Drive, June 2nd through the 30th at locations across Atlanta. Register with code DELTA-ATL. Family to family and Kroger. Community coverage you can count on.
It has been another wet and stormy day all across North Georgia. Our skies have brightened up quite a bit here over Hartsville-Jackson International, so conditions looking much improved. But there are 15-minute departure delays, and thanks to storms that are still erupting nearby, those delays could increase. So just be mindful of that and check ahead just to be on the safe side. Right now, our temperature is 81, so we've recovered a little bit after some rain-cooled air. We have winds coming in from the south-southeast at 9 miles per hour. If you do have those evening plans heading out and about tonight, keep the umbrella close by because we're not done with the rain just yet. In fact, the rain that I have been tracking with those storms, we've seen some pockets of really heavy downpours, and some of those storms have been slow movers. I am happy to say, though, by later tonight, we will see rain chances tapering off, and we are expecting to see some drier weather as we get into the middle and latter part of the work week. So just one more evening with the stormy conditions around, and then we'll be able to take a little bit more of a break. So far this month in Atlanta,
not including today's rain. We picked up just a little over an inch, so we're running a deficit of about a half an inch. But for the year, since January the 1st, our deficit about 5 inches and a third. So definitely welcoming the rain that has come down. It's just that we've seen it over the last several days, and it's really been kind of disrupting some of those outdoor plans. Now, earlier this morning, meteorologist Brian Monahan was tracking all the heavy rain that came in on the east side. Some of these places saw anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rainfall in a short period of time. We're going to be adding on to that as we head through this evening, but we're not seeing the widespread rain that we started off today with. It's more spotty. We're seeing those spotty showers now moving through DeKalb County around Doraville, heading towards Tucker. A few spotty showers just off to the west of East Point. And then take a look at this storm now starting to make its move into South Fulton County. Some heavy rain with that moving out of Carroll County. And I've been tracking this intense storm that has brought a lot of heavy rainfall through Pike County. It's slowly but surely drifted off to the south. And with that, quite a bit of lightning, and it's heading towards the Thomaston area in Upson County. Back out to the west, we're tracking areas of heavy rain through Troup County, up around Hogansville, around LaGrange, and then also back into Randolph County as well. So rain chances will stick around through late this evening. Early tonight, we'll start to see things quieting way down. Through the overnight period, we'll still have the moisture around. So tomorrow morning, while we're not expecting to see much in the way of rain, there will be some areas of patchy fog. And then as we start to heat up, because we are expecting to see more sunshine, an isolated shower storm will be possible. But that rain chance will come all the way down to just 20 to 30% during the afternoon hours on Wednesday. So we're trending drier, but we'll really feel that heat building in. Here's a look at that 5-day forecast with the weekend always in view. Turning hotter with lower rain chances for the latter part of the work week. Rain chance around 20% Thursday and Friday. High temperatures will be up around 90 through the weekend.
Ebony, thank you. Now new at 4. Clayton County has a new arena that can seat 8,000 people.
It's located on South Lake Circle in Morrow, where the old South Hernandez was at the arena, where officials told her it will be economic growth.
One of the unique things about this fairly new arena is this rooftop space. Now, this entire arena was created for Clayton County students, but it is for everyone.
You can do private events here. You can do conferences here.
Shahida Mausi is the president and CEO of a company called The Right Productions. She and her team partnered up with the Clayton County School District to open up this major new entertainment venue. They hope to draw in hundreds of thousands of people. This arena seats 8,000 people at a time. There's nothing else like it in Clayton County.
To be right here on I-75, just 10 minutes from the airport, makes it really convenient for so many people.
In addition to hosting graduations and other events for students, the arena offers behind-the-scenes internships for students to learn what happens on and off stage.
The stage crafts, the lighting, the sound, the costume designs, all the things.
Our community needs and our children need to see all aspects of business, especially in entertainment. Normally, they just see the people on the stage.
Tuesday was a special open house for folks in the entertainment industry to see this major new destination on Metro Atlanta's South Side.
It is open to any and everybody.
So already this year, over a dozen Clayton County schools held their graduations here. I'm sure they were glad they didn't have to go far out anymore. But just as it's serving the students, many folks who created this place are hoping for economic growth for Clayton County. We are in Clayton County. Taisha Fernandez, Channel 2 Action News.
Now check this out. This police car here is about to use a grappling hook to bring a chase to an end. Watch as Sandy Springs police use this new tool to get suspects off the streets.
Fish on. Fish on. Fish on. I repeat, fish on.
You hear that? They call it a fish. The fish was on. This happened Thursday. Instead of the pit maneuver where an officer bashes a patrol car into the suspect's vehicle, a tap on the bumper deploys the device, that grappling hook, and helps to stop the vehicle.
Walk backwards to me. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop.
So this traffic stop netted police a suspect wanted for 4 different felonies. And as you can see, no one was hurt and the damage to the vehicle's minimal.
A national survey of drivers puts 2 Metro Atlanta corridors near the top when it comes to having the most passive-aggressive people behind the wheel. The poll from American River Wellness had Ponce de Leon Avenue in Decatur as the most spiteful drive in Georgia. A mix of delivery drivers, folks speeding through traffic lights helped push it to the top. Not to be outdone, Roswell Road in Sandy Springs, The survey found frustrating turn lanes and cars blocking driveways help fuel road rage along this stretch of road. Ambassador Andrew Young sharing only with Channel 2 Action News about his historic surprise visit with the Pope.
I count it as one of the many spiritual experiences of my life.
All new at 4, the conversation they shared at the Vatican.
A driver led police on a high-speed chase through 3 counties. The dash cam video that shows how officers cornered them.
Investments can bring in big returns, but be careful. You could fall victim to a Ponzi scheme. All new at 4, consumer advisor Clark Howard has the high-pressure sales tactics you need to know about.
Tune in to The Financial Edge with Hoffman Financial, Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Some stories are bigger.
Channel 2 Action News live with this breaking situation.
They unfold in real time. Change as you watch.
We know this community well. We have multiple reporters.
When stories break, when it matters most. Channel 2 Action News, every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Homeowners, West Shore Homes' 20th anniversary sale is here. And that means we're passing on some extra savings to you. For 20 years, we've been setting the standard for remodeling projects. And with over 65,000 five-star reviews, homeowners across the country trust West Shore Homes to get it right. We're also paving the way for what the new standard of luxury bathroom design looks like. And we're ready to help you get your project started with some extra savings. This week, get 20% off your bathroom remodel, plus 20 months of no payments and no interest financing with no money down to get started. This is your opportunity to take your bathroom from old and outdated like this and turn it into something new and modern like this. Call 1-800-WEST-SHORE or visit westshorebath.com now to lock in 20% off your project with 20 months of no payments, no interest financing, and no money down to get started. Don't wait. This offer won't last long. West Shore Home, remodeling, reimagined.
It's time to fire John Ossoff from the United States Senate. That's why I'm supporting Derek Dooley. I think he's the man to get that done.
Conservative outsider Derek Dooley is the Georgia first fighter we need in the Senate to take on D.C. corruption and career politicians, pass term limits, ban insider trading, and end business as usual. Derek Dooley will work with President Trump and always put Georgia first.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
Atlanta Roofing Specialists is a family-owned business that has been serving the Atlanta area for over 30 years. Unlike other roofers, we hand-nail every shingle for greater precision. Call now or visit us online to get a free roof inspection, plus $1,000 off your next project.
At the Dennis Law Firm, service is everything. We call it the gold standard. We make sure to consistently update you on your case, and every call is returned within 24 hours. To learn more about the gold standard, visit us on the web or give us a call. We're here to help.
Chevy Silverado drivers will do a lot in the next 5 years. For their families, for their communities. But here's one thing they won't do. Pay interest on their new truck. Just announced. For a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Take on new adventures, make new memories, and leave the interest behind. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
If you've ever felt the system was rigged, that's because it is.
Conservative Rick Jackson doesn't owe anybody anything.
The political class protects itself. The media protects them. And the lobbyists prop up the whole thing.
Rick Jackson, the conservative who won't back down.
It's a cartel. And I'm coming to break it up.
If an investment sounds too good to be true, check twice. It could be a Ponzi scheme designed to steal your money. Channel 2 consumer advisor Clark Howard warns more likely to make off with your money than make you rich.
It's so frustrating to me. One Ponzi after another busted lately. What's a Ponzi? It's where a promoter convinces you they have a way for you to make a huge amount of money in an investment. And they're promising these enormous returns, telling you no risk. And recently, one popped up that stole allegedly $380 million from people. Another recently, $140 million. In both circumstances, really sharp salespeople were able to convince people that they were going to get big returns, no risk. And guess what happened to the money? It bought boats, private jet flights, jewelry, houses, and all of that. And what happened to your money? Likely gone with the wind. Know who you're investing with. I'm Clark Howard.
Local bars are ready for huge World Cup crowds.
This is just a really great place for a sense of community.
The place named the best spot to eat, drink, and watch a match.
An invasion of screwworms means beef prices are going up. What you need to know about the outbreak.
And while some areas have broken into sunshine, feeling the heat and humidity, I'm still tracking some areas of heavy rain on Storm Tracker 2 HD radar.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Mike Shields and triple team traffic. Hundreds of cameras. Crash and construction warnings. The best alternate routes. Join us. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
Rip-offs, scams are everywhere. I'm Channel 2's Lori Wilson. We're always there to protect you with Clark Howard's money-saving advice. See what's new. Don't miss a day. Channel 2 Action News this morning, 4:30 to 7. And streaming on WSB Now.
As a state senator, I stood up to MAGA Republicans who try to take over our elections. I'm Nabila Parks, and now I'm running for lieutenant governor to protect our voting rights and a woman's right to choose. I'm Nabila Parks, standing up for Georgia.
Look, I'll be honest. If I wasn't running in this race, there's enough out there that I would have started an investigation. I would have. Did the lieutenant governor use his official office to help benefit himself financially? I think it's wrong. I think it's unethical. It could be illegal. And look, the Georgia people do not want somebody running for governor that sees the governor's mansion as an extension of their business empire.
Have you been putting off replacing those old windows?
Window Source of Atlanta has a deal of a lifetime for you. Right now, you can get 8 windows for $51.99.
That'd be like 10 grand if you bought it from one of those big companies.
All you need to do is go to windowsourceatlanta.com and click that big button that says, I want 8 windows for $51.99.
But it's only till the end of June, so lock in your savings right now.
WindowSourceAtlanta.com.
I'm Attorney General Chris Carr.
And I'm Joan Carr.
We're supporting Rick Jackson for governor because, like Brian Kemp, he has character, integrity, and he'll keep Georgia strong by cutting taxes, keeping us safe, and supporting our teachers.
Both Rick Jackson and I spent time in foster care. He knows what it's like to struggle. I know he'll protect Georgia's foster kids and every hardworking Georgian.
Vote for Rick Jackson on June 16th.
I'm Nabila Parks, and I was born and raised in Georgia. I'm raising my family right here in Gwinnett County. Georgia families are being crushed by high prices. I'm Nabila Parks, and I'm running for lieutenant governor to bring down costs and to protect our freedoms.
Severe Weather Team 2 is tracking showers and storms into the night, then get ready for it to get really hot later this week.
Meteorologist Ebony Dion's in for Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, live in Severe Weather Center 2.
Areas that started off wet and stormy earlier this morning, showers are now diminishing, but we are still tracking some areas of heavy rain with the storms that are coming down on the south and west side of town. Where there's no rain, we are definitely already feeling the heat. It is 90 degrees right now in Calhoun. It's 88 in Rome. We're in the low 80s around Atlanta, where we've been in the rain and now we're out of that rain. But heavy rain with the storms that have been moving through Pike, now into Lamar and northern areas of Upson County. We're seeing quite a bit of lightning with that cell as well. Lightning with the storm that's over Hogansville, LaGrange. You're now starting to see some storms moving in your direction and across southern areas of Carroll County, back into Randolph County, areas of heavy rain and storms. Through this evening, rain will be with us through at least about 9, 10 o'clock, and then things will settle down. We'll get some clearing. That's going to lead to more sunshine on our Wednesday as temperatures climb into the upper 80s. I'll let you know when we're going to hit 90 degrees and how the heat and humidity around.
New at 4, a historic meeting at the Vatican involving one of Atlanta's most respected civil rights leaders. Ambassador Andrew Young shared exclusively with Channel 2 Action News about his trip to Vatican City and his meeting with the first American Pope, something he says he will never forget.
I've been to Rome, to the Vatican a couple of times before with other popes and with Dr. King and with Mrs. King.
Outside the Vatican, a moment rich with symbolism. Former Atlanta Mayor and UN Ambassador Andrew Young greeting Pope Leo XIV.
I didn't know this Pope, and everything I know about him is good. I jumped at an opportunity to meet him.
The meeting bringing together two influential voices, one of a global religious leader, the other of a towering figure in the civil rights movement. Young laughing about the thunderous rain that surrounded his visit.
We walked to the Vatican at 8 o'clock in the morning, and just as we got up on the stage where the Pope sits, right beside there, there was a thunderstorm. Lightning and thunder, and it was like God was saying, "Oh, sinner, why are you here?"
Their meeting underscores Atlanta's continued influence on the world stage, bridging history with present-day diplomacy.
I count it as one of the many spiritual experiences in my life. It was more spiritual than it was personal. About all I could get out was to thank him for praying for our country. If ever we needed prayer before, we sure do need it now.
Young says his trip was quick and he jumped at the opportunity. He and his son Bo took a 10-hour flight last Monday and flew right back on Thursday.
Amazing. Well, dashcam video shows the police chased through several counties before ending in a crash. The pursuit started in Peachtree City and ended in Tyrone Friday afternoon in a pit maneuver. Take a look. Very different than the grappling hook, right? The crash happened on Joel Cowan Parkway, just past Carriage Oaks Drive. 3 suspects got out of the car. They tried to run through the woods, but they were quickly arrested. All 3 suspects face felony charges, including reckless driving and drug possession.
A Carroll County traffic stop led to the seizure of more than $3 million worth of drugs. Take a look. Troopers say they found this inside a tractor trailer they pulled over on I-20 for a traffic violation. The dog in the picture, that's Draco. Troopers say he alerted them to the drugs. It totals more than 1,800 pounds of marijuana, 4,000 THC vape cartridges. Police arrested the driver and are still investigating.
Police are also investigating a case of suspected arson in a Metro Atlanta neighborhood. Channel 2's Linda Stouffer live now in the newsroom with a story we're working on all new for Channel 2 Action News at 5.
Well, police say the suspect used a gas can to set fire to a person's house while their neighbors watched the flames.
We have all basically came outside and there was just, the house was on fire.
All new at 5, the piece of technology that alerted officers to the suspect even before the fire. And we now know the target of a shooting on a busy MARTA train was this teenager. The effort to help him recover from the gunshot wounds, we will have that for you all new on Channel 2 Action News at 5. Hope to see you then.
All right, see you in just about 10 minutes, Linda. Thanks. Cases of New World screwworm could mean higher beef prices eventually, but not yet. The USDA has confirmed at least 3 cases of screwworm in Texas cattle this week. Experts say that's unlikely to cause beef prices to rise right away, but if it turns into a full-blown outbreak, that's when we can expect steady price hikes. Beef prices are already at record highs right now. And more details for you about screwworm. It's a flesh-eating parasite, a type of fly that burrows down into the tissue of animals and can cause severe wounds and suffering. It's generally found in South America, but has been moving north since 2023. In very rare cases, New World screwworm can affect people. Well, school buses are rolling into neighborhoods not to pick up students, but to drop off food. Rockdale County Public Schools says students don't have to sign up for the summer meals. They just have to meet the bus at one of the stops. Due to federal regulations, all bag lunches have to be eaten on the bus. The first drop-off was Monday. We posted a link to all the route locations on our website, WSB-TV.com.
An annual report on child well-being shows Georgia ranks in the bottom half of the country, with children faring worse overall compared to many other states. The Annie E. Casey Foundation's Kids Count report ranked Georgia 39th nationally. That report evaluated family finances, education, health, and home and community conditions. Georgia showed improvement in several areas like graduation rates and avoiding teenage pregnancy. But the report also showed a decline in enrollment, reading and math scores, and the number of children living in families burdened by high housing costs.
A historic fish kill on the Chattahoochee. The work underway right now to clean it up and prevent it from ever happening again. Plus,
an entire city block in downtown Atlanta is getting a facelift as FIFA approaches. I'll take you to the focal point, which is quite naturally a soccer bar.
EMC Security has been protecting Georgia homes and families for over 25 years. Locally owned, right here in your community. Get the same advanced smart security technology as the big national brands without the big price tag. 24/7 monitoring starting at just $99 down. No contracts and a competitor price match guarantee. Fast response times, experience local service. If you're not with EMC Security, there's a good chance you're paying too much. Switch to EMC Security and start saving. Visit emcsecurity.com for your free quote today.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? With Mounjaro, 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people lost up to 25 pounds. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. And before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. Get to know Mounjaro at Mounjaro.com. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Mounjaro.
Liberal lawyer John Kennedy fought to keep criminal illegals from being deported. Kennedy sided with Obama in court to keep illegals in Georgia and even voted to give them driver's licenses. America First patriot Greg Dolezal. Greg Dolezal proudly stands with President Trump to deport every illegal immigrant and keep Georgia safe.
Where's Greg? Greg, thank you very much, Greg. We appreciate it.
Greg Dolezal for Lieutenant Governor.
Tech that lets you be you, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month, or get 0.99% APR or $22.50 bonus cash. Hurry in.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine.
Yeah, he's a donor.
But
right?
yeah, he's a donor. He's got a great story. And I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that could sell fun.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
This right here is what the experts call a problem.
Today, I'm lifting some sunken concrete.
So again, this is simply forming a new layer between the soil and the concrete, and it's expanding as we speak.
That's right.
That's moving.
It's moving.
Son of a gun.
Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, the proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
It's weirdly satisfying.
Isn't it?
Just in time for the World Cup, an entire city block is getting remodeled with hopes to make it one of the favorite spots for soccer fans. The first match kicks off here in Atlanta in just 5 days, 19 hours, and about 4 minutes. Channel 2's Barrett Peterson live along Broad Street. And Barrett, right in the middle of Broad Street is, of course, a soccer bar.
Yeah, was it they say in real estate, location, location, location? Well, this location is just a couple blocks from the Benz, and the drive to get it ready for FIFA has been fast and furious. This entire block of downtown Atlanta's Broad Street was overdue for a do-over. And what was old is now new, just in time for FIFA.
We're coming to the end, and we're coming to the beginning of the World Cup and the beginning of a new era in South Downtown.
Humberto Bermudez is supervising the setup of his second Brew House Cafe. The original is the iconic gathering spot in Northeast Atlanta's Little Five Points, known as America's best soccer bar.
This is just a really great place for a sense of community. And they've been here for a very long time. And if you want to watch soccer, this is one of the ideal spots in the area.
And with the world on the way, Humberto planned ahead. he moved in around the first of the year to equip and accessorize the new digs. One of North America's largest social media influencers for soccer named his places among the best local spots to eat, drink, and watch a match. He expects to make a lot of new friends from all over the globe.
All soccer fans are the same. We love our countries and we love our football. I am afraid we're a little bit too small because it's going to be huge. But thank God we got a lot of neighbors, good restaurants, good parks. It's a lot of happening here near the Mercedes-Benz.
So the first World Cup match ever in Atlanta over the Benz on Monday, and then the grand opening day also for the new Brew House Cafe. Live downtown Atlanta, Barron Peterson, Channel 2 Action News.
The sounds of progress. Thanks, Barron. Fans with fins are getting into the World Cup spirit at the Georgia Aquarium. From seals to penguins, residents at the famed downtown Atlanta attraction are getting into the spirit of the World Cup. Workers at the aquarium allowed the animals to kick it in their own habitats. This will be a great place for football fans to cool off as it will be open during the World Cup matches. A case of suspected arson in the middle of the day in a metro Atlanta neighborhood.
Locals say they don't know why their neighbors were targeted.
They're really chill people. They're calm.
All new at 5. The encounter police say they had with the suspect before the fire.
And a teen was the target of a shooting on a MARTA train. What loved ones say he was holding at the time that may have just saved his life. All new on Channel 2 Action News at 5.
This no clothes on the chair moment was brought to you by California Closets. Bedroom and home storage solutions by designers who get you. California Closets. Get started with a free consultation today.
The pain was just excruciating. It would bring me to tears.
Running just means a lot to me. My feet just really, I was in pain.
And it hurt so terribly in my heels, I started walking like a T-Rex.
I couldn't continue. I needed to go to the good store.
And I'm greeted by this gal named Mercy. She said, just try them on.
I thought, oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Now that I have the Good Feet arch support, running is great.
This is the arch support for me.
I'm just telling you, I am grateful. I mean, it's real.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
And you'll end up deported or departed.
Granda, why do you look so mean in these ads?
Really?
Yes.
Think I'm mean?
You look so mean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we should make an ad for you.
Really? What would you do?
We'd make you look cool.
Let's get you a truck. Every political ad has a truck. Oh, yeah, and a dog.
First, we'll pick out your clothes.
Yeah.
Let's make Georgia better together. I'm Rick Jackson.
And he approves this message.
Storms firing out to our south and west, presenting a lot of heavy rainfall into some of our counties. I'll let you know just how much longer we'll keep the stormy weather pattern around.
New insight into a teen shot on MARTA.
You never want that to happen at any time.
All new this hour, the accessory that may have saved his life.
Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at 5 p.m. Coverage you can count on.
We are tracking storms right now at 5. Thanks for joining us. I'm Karen Greer.
Hi, everyone. I'm Linda Stouffer in for George Estevez. And here's a live and cloudy look right there on the left side of your screen. Out on the roads as severe weather Team 2 tracks storms. You can see them on the right. Meteorologist Ebony Dion is in for Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz live in Severe Weather Center 2.
Yeah, there are a few areas where we've seen some late day sunshine breaking through all those clouds that brought some earlier day rain across our eastern counties. Things have since quieted down. We're tracking still a few lingering showers, but it's really been active from Atlanta, south and west. And that's where we're still tracking some areas of heavy rain and lightning with these storms that are moving through southern areas of Carroll County back into Randolph County, where we're seeing quite a bit of lightning near Wadowee and some heavy rainfall with that storm, and then storms back into southwestern areas of Randolph County as well. I've been tracking tracking rain near LaGrange. It's now pushing off to the south. Within that heavy rain, maybe seeing a little bit of some small hail with that storm, as well as with the storm that's near Hogansville. We're also seeing a few lightning strikes. The storm that was very intense over Pike County as it moved into northern areas of Upson County has since weakened, but the rain is still coming down between Zebulon, just to the west of Barnesville, and Thomaston. As we continue through this evening, still a good idea to have those umbrellas with you. Not everyone will see rain. In fact, we'll see our rain chances really kind of diminishing by late tonight. We are going to get some clearing, and I'm tracking some drier changes for the middle and latter part of the work week. We'll talk more about that coming up.
All right, Ebony, thank you. New developments on the Midtown MARTA station shooting last week. We now know the person shot is 17 years old. His name is Javon Easterling, and his family posted these pictures on GoFundMe. He is still in the hospital right now. Channel 2's Courtney Francisco is live at the Midtown MARTA station entrance. And Courtney, you noticed something different out there already.
Yeah, it's just on the other side of this Georgia Tech bus that just pulled up. It's a really large police truck. It's a MARTA police truck, and inside we noticed a lot of officers patrolling.
Behind the gates of the Midtown MARTA station, you can see police in their bright yellow uniforms walking the halls.
I just stay vigilant, stay cautious.
The riders I spoke with Tuesday afternoon were anxious to find out how the teenager is doing after getting shot on the train Friday.
When I went to class the other day, it was a bunch of high schoolers coming in for like the Success Academy for GSU.
Javon Easterling's family said he's a KIPP Atlanta student, a state champion athlete, aspiring engineer. He was actually on his way home from taking classes at Georgia Tech when police say Anthony Gresham shot him on the train at the Midtown station. Bullets hit his arm and leg. In a statement, his family says he's undergone multiple surgeries and has more to come. They say the bag he was carrying across his chest slipped a bullet that could have killed him.
Those unfortunate incidents have definitely dealt MARTA a black eye.
Mayor Andre Dickens spoke about the recent violence on trains at a World Cup event Tuesday.
You never want that to happen at any time, and you certainly don't want to happen while you're welcoming the world and encouraging them to take public transportation. Can easily get them from A to B.
Train riders said keep this patrol momentum going even after the games.
In general, there's MARTA police just on the train.
And there's that big MARTA police truck I was talking about earlier that you can't miss when you're out here. I just received a statement from Easterling's high school. In the past 45 minutes, leaders there said he represents the best of KIPP Atlanta schools. Track and field champion, student government leader, deeply admired and loved, and they're wishing him a speedy recovery tonight. Reporting live in Midtown, Courtney Francisco, Channel 2 Action News.
New at 5, this is the damage left behind after a case of suspected arson carried out in the middle of the day. It happened along Old Spring Road, just off South Cobb Drive in Smyrna. And that's where Channel 2's Susan Hendricks joins us live. Susan, neighbors help police catch the suspect.
Yeah, Linda, they really did. If you look over here, you could see the remnants of that fire. That is the house that was set. But if you turn this way, thanks to the quick thinking of that neighbor, a couple houses behind me too, and their security footage, they were able to get firefighters here fast. It may have even saved his home. Charred siding and a boarded up window. The aftermath of a fire, investigators say, was set by a man now in custody. The arrest possible because of quick thinking neighbors in this tight-knit community. According to investigators, early Thursday morning, one of the residents reported suspicious activity, a man driving through their neighborhood in a white vehicle. Just a short time later, a call that a home in that area was on fire. Ethan Williams, who lives in the house across the street and diagonal from the scorched home, has been part of this community for 6 years and says there is a heightened sense of security because almost everyone has one of these. He spoke to me through the Ring camera that he says allowed him to check in on his neighbor.
I personally was not able to provide a lot of detail from my camera footage. That allowed me to check in with my neighbor who was the victim of this and determined that he was okay, his family was okay.
So it's really that set of almost the modern day neighborhood watch.
Yeah, I would say so. The homeowner is an older gentleman, and but you know his family his daughter and his daughter's family come to go.
And one woman a couple doors down got an alert on her camera and saw fire trucks and flashing lights, and says her security camera is the eyes and ears of the neighborhood.
We were able to see how the cars are passing by and the police as well, and just everything happening in general in front of our houses.
And this is more than just security footage. It really is that people care. If this is any indication, Linda and Karen, Ethan walked across the street seconds ago and said, I do want to make sure that he's okay. Physically, he's okay, but he just wanted to check in on his neighbor, an indication of how much they really care. Live in Cobb County, Susan Hendricks, Channel 2 Action News.
New developments. Hall County Sheriff pushing for all the evidence in his driving under the influence case to be thrown out. In February, Hall County Sheriff Gerald Couch was charged with DUI. A chief deputy noticed Sheriff Couch driving erratically and followed him home. But the sheriff's lawyer says Couch did not consent to a search of his property or a field sobriety test, making that arrest illegal. Channel 2's Tom Jones was in the courtroom, and we'll have a full breakdown ahead on Channel 2 Action News at 6. Investigators say they have surveillance video that shows the moment two men tried to smuggle contraband, including drugs and cell phones, into the Fulton County Jail. Channel 2's Michael Seidens live outside the jail in Northwest Atlanta and spoke to Sheriff Pat Labatt about this investigation. What did he say, Michael?
Yeah, Karen, he didn't have time right now to go on camera, but he said this is still an active investigation. He said at some point they will hopefully be releasing some photos and more information on that second suspect. But again, we're just outside the jail here on Rice Street, and we're learning more about what investigators say they found inside a duffel bag carried by one of those suspects. Marijuana, Oxycontin pills, cell phones, chargers, and dozens of packs of cigarettes. Investigators say that's what they found inside a duffel bag carried by a man accused of trying to smuggle contraband into the Fulton County Jail. Authorities say Nicholas Andrews and an accomplice who remains on the run cut through a fence surrounding the Rice Street Jail late Monday night before they were stopped. Investigators say when they searched Andrews' bag, they found marijuana, 93 packs of cigarettes, a pint of promethazine, 32 Oxycontin pills, multiple iPhones, phone cases, lighters, tools, baby wipes, and charging cables. Authorities say the items were intended for inmates inside the facility. While the details of this case are still unfolding, it isn't the first time investigators have accused someone of trying to get contraband inside a Fulton County Jail facility. Last year, deputies arrested a man after they say he cut through a fence at the jail's South Annex in Union City.
That individual was trying to make access into one of the cell windows. He was using a crowbar to essentially introduce contraband into the jail.
Back on Rice Street, investigators say Andrews admitted that he and his accomplice used bolt cutters to breach the jail's perimeter fence. Andrews is now facing several charges, including felony interference with government property. And again, we're staying on top of this investigation, trying to find out more about that second suspect. As far as the suspect who's in jail right now, I did check court records, but it doesn't show that he has an attorney. As soon as he does, we will reach out to his side. For now, we are live in Northwest Atlanta. Michael Seid and Channel 2 Action News.
University of Georgia is World Series bound as the men's basketball team punches its ticket to Omaha, Nebraska. The Bulldogs knocked off the other Bulldogs from Mississippi State to advance to the College World Series for the first time since 2008. This is the chance to dance for the seniors on the team. How they're keeping the music playing is part of the story that's coming up in the next 20 minutes.
Police arrested 21 people in the city of New York after they saw the Knicks drop Game 3 of the NBA Finals. That loss to the San Antonio Spurs broke New York's 13-game winning streak. It means the Knicks still hold a 2-1 advantage in the series. So Game 4 is tomorrow night in New York, and you can watch it right here on Channel 2.
Showers and storms still around, but they're going to come to an end as we head through the overnight period. We'll get some clearing, and as we heat up on Wednesday, we'll have less rain and more heat. Chattahoochee is rebounding from a historic fish kill.
This part of the river was so polluted.
The work to remove black sludge from the water, keeping both you and the fish safe.
Dozens of teenagers had to duck for cover when someone shot up their graduation party. Why the owner of the short-term rental told us he was blindsided by the entire situation. That's live next.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your groceries. We start with the freshest items, and our trucks keep your food cool right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story. And I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is ripe for a political outsider, especially somebody that could sell fun.
Rick Jackson, the conservative outsider who will deliver tax cuts, lower prices, and deliver the booming economy for Georgia.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
We're so glad we chose Pinnacle to update our home's exterior.
We felt like our project really mattered. The receptionist, the service rep, and even the installers. They all treated the home like it was their own.
Every detail was handled with care. It wasn't just business, it was personal.
Now for a limited time, Pinnacle Home Improvements, your windows, roofing, and siding experts, will replace your windows for as little as $99 a month. Enhance the look and value of your home with beautiful new windows starting at just $99 a month.
Ronald Acuna Jr. hits it high and gone. That's Ronald Acuna. Back to the wall. He got it. That's an amazing catch by Dubon. This ball is crushed. Right center. What a night for Michael Harris.
Talk about making the grade. Stanley Steamer's A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau is as good as it gets. And as a certified Trustdale partner, their services are backed by my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee. Carpet, tile, hardwood, upholstery, even air ducts. They earn the marks, while others just fail. Check for yourself. For your home, Trustdale certified Stanley Steamer is top of the class and clean.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. During GMC Truck Month, get 0% APR for 5 years on 2026 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, no monthly payments for 130 days. We are professional grade.
Did you hear what our Attorney General said about Burt Jones?
The Georgia people do not want somebody running for governor that sees the governor's mansion as an extension of their business empire.
It's not complicated. Jones profits while we pay. Jones changed the law to benefit the family business and backed a corrupt $10 billion data center scheme on his family's land.
If I wasn't running in this race, there's enough out there that I would have started an investigation.
Burt Jones, he's just too corrupt and unfit to be our governor.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your groceries. We start with the freshest items, and our trucks keep your food cool right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And Storm Tracker HD radar, look at that. Has so much going on. Popcorn showers, the main show at this hour, while rain is the headliner. Sweltering temperatures could steal the spotlight. Severe Weather Team 2 meteorologist Ebony Dion's tracking heat, baking your midweek plans as to the next 15 minutes.
A drive-by shooting at a house party has neighbors nearby frustrated and a teenager facing serious charges. It happened at a Gwinnett County home just outside of Beaufort on Milltown Court. Channel 2 Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson is live there. And Matt, neighbors heard more than a dozen gunshots.
And that's because police say that gun was a handgun modified to act like a machine gun. The shell casings were found right here, and the bullets were found inside of this home that was being used as a short-term rental. Neighbors say it is a miracle nobody was hit.
I can't believe they never hit nobody because they went from one side of the house clear to the other side.
Bullet holes riddled a short-term rental on a quiet Gwinnett County cul-de-sac, and the neighbors nearby are still bothered by what they saw.
I can't see anybody want this coming in.
Police arrested 19-year-old John Osefo on Monday, accused of firing into the short-term rental with a handgun modified into a machine gun. Neighbors say more than 50 young people packed the house, and thankfully nobody was hit May 23rd at around 9:30 on Milltown Court near Beaufort. The man who owns the home says he agreed to rent it for a small gathering, then left for a church retreat with no phones when the call started.
Monday, when I showed up at the property, and that's when I found all the bullet holes. At that point, I called the police.
He says the person who booked it called herself a mother, but an officer later told him teens often use that trick to rent these homes.
A lot of people pretend to be the mom or the family member, a sister, and it's actually a friend.
In April, the county started requiring short-term rentals to carry a license and keep a local agent on call around the clock. This neighbor has lived on the cul-de-sac for years and supports the county, keeping closer tabs on how these homes are rented out.
They affected the other neighbors. There's young kids in this neighborhood.
Now, the owner says this left him with costly repairs, and he's urging other owners of short-term rentals to be more strict about who they rent their homes out to. Police haven't released a motive for the shooting, but the suspect remains in jail without bond. Live in Gwinnett County, Matt Johnson, Channel 2 Action News.
And this is not the first act of violence Channel 2 Action News has covered at a short-term rental property. Back in February, we introduced you to neighbors along Hemp Hill School Road. They told Channel 2 after a vacant home was renovated into an Airbnb, shootings became common. Many even say they were considering moving to escape the violence.
Developing now, one person's dead after a crash at this scene right next to me. Police say a delivery truck hit and killed the man this afternoon along Campbellton Road near the Ben Hill Recreation Center in Southwest Atlanta. Officers say the driver stayed at the scene. We're working to update the story, including any potential charges. And we'll have more for you live here and on our free WSB-TV News app.
Law enforcement departments across the country are now involved in the search for a missing Gwinnett County teenager. She's 15. London Henville's name was entered into the National Crime Information Center database by Gwinnett County Police. It's now been a week since father reported her missing. Since then, investigators have determined she traveled to homes in Atlanta, Clayton County, and DeKalb County, and they believe she's using other people's phones to communicate. Detectives want everyone to know that harboring a missing juvenile could lead to criminal charges.
The Georgia Bulldogs getting ready to head to Omaha for the College World Series.
Very exciting. Channel 2 sports anchor Allison Mastrangelo joins us live in the studio. Allison, how's the team feeling ahead of this big tournament?
Confident, and that's what you want, right? Going into the World Series, the Georgia Bulldogs are 5 days out from their first game against Texas in the College World Series. The team fitting in one more practice in between the rain showers in Athens before they leave for Omaha on Wednesday. For the first time ever, there are 5 SEC schools in the College World Series. The Bulldogs are one of the 5 SEC teams, and Georgia is in the second bracket, and it's a tough one. It's stacked with SEC teams: Alabama, Oklahoma, Texas, and of course Georgia. Colby Branch told Channel 2, even though they didn't play Texas this year, they still have plenty of knowledge on the Longhorns and the rest of the SEC teams they might face.
Played them last year. They're always going to be a good ball club. Texas has good tradition, and we feel good about it. We feel good about the matchup.
No, obviously we played all 3 of them last year, and there's been turnover, but their style. I guess I would say, like, you know what Skip's style is, and you know what Jim's style at Texas, and then Rob at Alabama. You know how they all coach, and so you know their tendencies just like they know ours, and that's what you're coach off of.
All right, and I was doing a little bit of research before I came out. The past 5 College World Series champions, all from the SEC. So let's see if they can keep it rolling. This time it's Georgia.
We know the SEC is strong.
It is strong, so it's time for Georgia to show it.
All right.
Absolutely. Thanks, Allison.
Action's heating up out on the diamond and the ice. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals set for 8 o'clock tonight as the Carolina Hurricanes seek to even their series against the Vegas Golden Knights. You can catch that right here on Channel 2. And you want to stick around for WSB Tonight right after the final horn.
New signs popping up across certain parts of Atlanta.
Car's not gonna stop if it doesn't have a sign.
All new at 5, the years-long effort they're a part of to keep people safe.
Suspected thieves took off when they saw the police were hot on their trail. The moment officers caught up to them, all on camera.
A new team of astronauts on deck for meeting the Artemis 3 crew, their important role in getting people back to the moon. Next.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Mike Shields and triple team traffic. Hundreds of cameras. Crash and construction warnings. The best alternate routes. Join us. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
Zepbound, watch this. Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. Watch this.
And data shows that people taking Zepbound lost up to 48 pounds. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if allergic to it or if you or someone in your family had MTC or MEN too. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Zepbound. Zepbound? Watch this.
The Scott Antique Markets are back at the Atlanta Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. We're on both sides of I-285, exit 55 on Jonesboro Road. Visit ScottAntiqueMarkets.com for more information.
President Trump endorsed only one, Burt Jones.
It's not like, oh, gee, let me think about it. This man has been an incredible leader. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Homeowners, West Shore Homes' 20th anniversary sale is here, and that means we're passing on some extra savings to you. For 20 years, we've been setting the standard for remodeling projects, and with over 65,000 five-star reviews, homeowners across the country trust West Shore Home to get it right. We're also paving the way for what the new standard of luxury bathroom design looks like, and we're ready to help you get your project started with some extra savings. This week, get 20% off your bathroom remodel, plus 20 months of no payments and no interest financing with no money down to get started. This is your opportunity to take your bathroom from old and outdated like this and turn it into something new and modern like this. Call 1-800-WEST SHORE or visit westshorebath.com now to lock in 20% off your project with 20 months of no payments, no interest financing, and no money down to get started. Don't wait. This offer won't last long. West Shore Home, remodeling, reimagined.
If you've ever felt the system was rigged, that's because it is.
Conservative Rick Jackson doesn't owe anybody anything.
The political class protects itself. The media protects them, and the lobbyists prop up the whole thing.
Rick Jackson, the conservative who won't back down.
It's a cartel, and I'm coming to break it up.
Last night's Cash 3 eating numbers were 9, 5, and 4, and lottery players more than $91,000. Watch the next drawing tonight at 6:59, only on Channel 2.
This local break on Channel 2 has been brought to you by Estes Heat, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit EstesAir.com for free second opinions on plumbing quotes. It's that easy. It's Estes.
New at 5, we now know the names of the 4 astronauts set to board for the mission Artemis 3 as soon as next year.
The space mission is a crucial step towards getting people back to the moon. Channel 2's Wendy Corona live in the Satellite News Center introducing us to the team.
Well, Karen and Linda, even though Artemis 2 went around the moon compared to Artemis 3's low Earth orbit mission, the astronauts announced today they'll spend longer in space as they test out an essential part of lunar landing.
You're certainly seeing the best of the astronaut corps come together on what is probably one of the most complex missions we've ever undertaken at NASA.
Commander Randy Bresnik, pilot Luca Parmitano, mission specialist Frank Rubio, and mission specialist Andre Douglas will head to space as early as next year.
My brain, it is going a mile a minute right now, but my heart, it is so warm. It is so full.
The group is a mix of space veterans, first-timers, an Army Black Hawk helicopter pilot turned family physician, and the first Italian space station commander.
There are many parts that need to come together for a space launch, and you need a launch pad. And for me, that launch pad is my country, Italy, its education system, the Italian Air Force that gave me the professional tools to bring me here today.
Artemis 3's mission: get the Orion capsule to dock on Blue Origin and SpaceX lunar landers in low Earth orbit. It's a move that will eventually be necessary for a successful landing on the moon.
The baton, you got the controls.
Tuesday, Artemis 2 Commander Reed Wiseman symbolically passed a baton to Commander Bresnik.
We, the Artemis 3 crew,
are honored to be able to carry this torch forward.
And so if all goes well with Artemis 3 next year, NASA will be on track to land astronauts on the moon for the first time this century, with Artemis 4, which has a target date of 2028 for that launch. For now, live in the Satellite News Center, Wendy Corona, Channel 2 Action News.
Working to prevent a historic fish kill from happening again, the effort in sewage tunnels to prevent future problems.
A Supreme Court ruling following the conviction of a man who killed someone during a robbery. The new decision cementing the killer's future.
The rain continues to come down. We're seeing it from our tower cam over Stone Mountain. Some of you still getting in on some sunshine, but I'm still tracking rain and storms moving through.
On WSB Tonight, it's new local stories and why they matter.
Breaking down late developing details, investigating, covering all sides.
WSB Tonight, we are first on the scene at this breaking news.
Stay up and see what's new on WSB Tonight at 11.
Rise up, gonna shine. Rise up.
Tech that lets you be you, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month, or get 0.99% APR or $22.50 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Liberal lawyer John Kennedy fought to keep criminal illegals from being deported. Kennedy sided with Obama in court to keep illegals in Georgia and even voted to give them driver's licenses. America First patriot Greg Dolezal. Greg Dolezal proudly stands with President Trump to deport every illegal immigrant and keep Georgia safe.
Where's Greg? Greg, thank you very much, Greg. We appreciate it.
Greg Dolezal for Lieutenant Governor.
Have you been putting off replacing those old windows?
Window Source of Atlanta has a deal of a lifetime for you. Right now, you can get 8 windows for $51.99.
That'd be like $10,000 if you bought it from one of those big companies.
All you need to do is go to windowsourceatlanta.com and click that big button that says, I want 8 windows for $51.99.
It's only till the end of June, so lock in your savings right now.
windowsourceatlanta.com.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine.
Yeah, he's a donor.
Right? Yeah, he's a donor. He's got a great story. And I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that could self-fund.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
The new ride you can't wait to show off. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra and Hyundai Kona.
Get a Hyundai Elantra with 3.49% APR for 60 months, or lease for $159 a month. Hurry in.
Discover music and laugh surprises at every turn with Blue Man Group, June 16th and 17th at the Fox Theater. Buy one, get one with promo code FAM2FAM. Family to Family and Wellstar Health System. Community coverage you can count on.
We're starting to see big improvements in some areas that picked up on some heavy rainfall earlier into the afternoon. That's exactly what we're finding here over Midtown Atlanta, where our skies have brightened up with some late day sunshine coming through. We'll still have a chance for rain and storms around some areas of North Georgia as we head through this evening. But overall, our rain chances are going to be coming down to more isolated activity as we get through the middle and latter part of the work week. Humidity, though, unfortunately, no change in that. It's going to stay very steamy over the next few days, and we are going to be heating up. Feels like temperatures will be climbing into the mid, even upper 90s for some of you by the time we get into the latter part of our work week. It's already been a hot, steamy day for those of you getting out around parts of far north and west Georgia, around Rome and Calhoun. And Atlanta right now, we're at 81 degrees, and our winds are going to continue to come in on the lighter side from the south and east. Right now, Storm Tracker 2HD radar showing most of the activity to our south and west. Storms have been firing up with a lot of heavy rain, quite a bit of lightning, and in and around Atlanta, we have some showers still coming down over Stone Mountain, but it's light rain that we're tracking here. And then also still some lingering showers around Jefferson over towards Commerce, but where it's still very active, we are dealing with storms, heavy downpours coming in. parts of Heard County, back into western areas of Coweta County, all the way down into Troup County, where that rain and thunderstorm activity has really filled in here around LaGrange up towards Hogansville and traveling just to the south right along I-85. So we're dealing with the heavy rain, a few lightning strikes within that. And in Randolph County, things are now starting to quiet down as the stronger storm has moved off to the south and west. In Butts County, Jackson, you're picking up on some heavy rain right now, but it's very isolated. So some spotty activity now. As we continue through late this evening, things will really settle down and will quiet down. But with moisture kind of lingering in the area through the overnight period into early tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to some areas of patchy fog as we heat up because we are expecting to see more sunshine. Temperatures are going to warm pretty quickly. And by the time we head into the late morning hours, early afternoon, we could see a few isolated showers and storms, but rain chances are going to come way down. So some spotty activity for our Wednesday afternoon, but I do think we'll see a good bit of dry time. Our morning low temperatures will start off in the upper 60s and low 70s, and we'll feel that heat really building in. By the time we head into the afternoon, we're going up to a high of 88 in Atlanta, 89 in Athens, and that heat will continue to be with us over the next few days. So by the time we get into Thursday into Friday especially, high temperatures will approach that 90-degree mark, and with humidity sticking around, it's going to make it feel more like the mid to even upper 90s. So find ways to keep cool. On Thursday, here's a look at the feel-like temperatures up to about 96 around Rome and Calhoun. Heading into Friday, it gets worse. We could see many areas approaching the upper 90s. So hot, humid conditions as we close out the work week. As far as our rain chances, they'll come down to about 20%. Over the weekend, though, we are expecting to see more scattered showers and thunderstorms developing.
Ebony, thank you. New developments. An independent investigation is happening about one of the largest ever fish kills on the Chattahoochee. That happened just over 2 weeks ago. Channel 2's Michael Doudna was on the river back then and is back. Michael, we're starting to learn more.
Yeah, they're really focusing in on the sewage tunnels, which look like they may have been overwhelmed by the deluge of rain we got just 2 weeks ago. Now, you can still see the river being high and plenty of debris right here, but these conditions are so much better than what they were when I was here just a few weeks ago as the river tries to recover.
The murky waters of the Chattahoochee serve as the lifeblood of Atlanta.
The Chattahoochee River is the smallest river that provides a water supply to a major metropolitan city in the entire country.
But in late May, the river became a graveyard as thousands of dead fish washed up on banks coated with black sludge.
I've been on this river my entire life. I've never seen anything like this.
Riverkeeper Jason Olseth says the heavy rain led to the sewage system overflowing. That, coupled with high heat and low water levels, caused oxygen levels in the water to drop, essentially suffocating fish.
It was a perfect storm that resulted in this fish kill.
So now Atlanta's Department of Watershed Management has hired an independent firm to evaluate the system's operations with a focus on the tunnels that handle sewage.
We're looking at every aspect of our operations, what engineering measures we have that may have failed or may not have worked.
This isn't just about fish. This is about low amounts of water in the river.
But Olseth says Watershed needs to figure out why it couldn't handle the flow into a river that is the source of millions of people's drinking water.
We have to invest a lot of money. We have to invest a lot of time, a lot of science into this system to prevent it from overflowing in the future.
Now, there is some good news here. Olseth actually says they used some sonar and saw some signs of fish in this stretch of river, showing that life is returning here and that conditions seem to be getting better. We're live just off the Chattahoochee. I'm Michael Doudna, Channel 2 Action News.
I hope it does get better, Michael. Thank you. And we have more details. The Chattahoochee River has also seen problems in the past few weeks with a potentially dangerous bacteria. Last month, the rain caused E. coli levels to rise more than 17 times higher than the healthy limit for people. The level is now down to under 100, by the way. We have an E. coli level tracker on our website. It's at WSB-TV.com. Just click on this story to find it.
New at 5, police in DeKalb County arrested a pair of thieves who were caught on camera breaking into cars. Give them the gun now! Give them the gun now! Police say on May 4th, they responded after several cars were broken into along Buford Highway in Brookhaven. A nearby officer spotted the pair. They tried to run away, but a police drone was able to follow them. An officer was able to chase them down and arrest them. Police say they were juveniles. Officers recovered the stolen property.
Travel costs this summer are double in some cases, but it depends on where you're going. Right now, trips overseas, especially Europe, or more because of jet fuel costs with the war in Iran. But there are reasons to stay closer to home. Travel site Expedia looked at prices. Domestically, many are not making a huge jump, and they're even seeing some deals. And consumer advisor Clark Howard says he's surprised by the cost of air travel right now. His advice for booking trips without breaking the bank is ahead in 15 minutes.
It may just be a few pennies, but gas prices are up across Georgia. Despite dropping a quarter over the last month, the price at the pump has slowly gone back up to $3.82 on average in the state. It's all lower along the I-985 corridor. That's in Hall County. Drivers hitting Georgia 400 will see the green light with gas below the state average there, about $3.76. And if you have to hit the brakes and exit for gas down I-85 in Coweta County, expect to pay about 6 cents more than most.
A new 8,000-seat arena is coming to Metro Atlanta.
It is open to any and everybody.
The way it will benefit local students.
Data centers will stay away from a community of more than 700,000, the expansion preventing new ones from popping up.
And the state Supreme Court is keeping a convicted killer in prison. The appeal they shot down to keep him in a cell. Next.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
It's more than a couple. It's the heaviest 35 pounds ever lifted.
It's the hardest trophy to win.
The only question is, who will raise it? The Stanley Cup Final continues on ABC.
They don't have to look over their shoulder every 5 minutes, and worry about us taking them out of the country. I'm very sensitive to both sides on the issue.
Derek Dooley, a total disaster on immigration. Mike Collins wrote the Lake and Riley Act to deport criminal illegals.
I'm Mike Collins, and I approve this message because I stand with President Trump.
Congressman Mike Collins. Mike, you were fantastic.
Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5 for $429 a month for 36 months with $5428 due exciting. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Judge Penny Brown Reynolds, a civil rights leader, pastor, and former top official in Joe Biden's administration. And I'm running to be your next Secretary of State. Generations of civil rights leaders did not march, protest, and fight for our votes to get hauled away by Donald Trump. I'm Judge Penny Brown Reynolds, and when I'm Secretary of State, I won't let anybody take away our right to vote.
Don't assume that just by getting a can of bug juice and spraying those ants that you see that it's problem solved. You're not eliminating the colony. Most ant colonies have multiple queens. So when you take that bug juice and you spray those ants, you could be dividing that colony out. Breda's got your back, protecting the inside and outside of your home.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
And you'll end up deported or departed.
Granda, why do you look so mean in these ads?
Really?
Yes.
Think I'm mean?
You look so mean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we should make an ad for you.
Really? What would you do?
We'd make you look cool.
Let's get you a truck. Every political ad has a truck. Oh, yeah, and a dog.
First, we'll pick out your clothes.
Yeah.
Let's make Georgia better together. I'm Rick Jackson.
And he approves this message.
Channel 2 Action News is brought to you in part by Atlanta Toyota, your #1 dealer.
Get ready to roll in a new Toyota from Atlanta Toyota, Pleasant Hill Road, Duluth.
Weather presented by Montlick. Hurt in a crash? Don't let the insurance company keep what's rightfully yours. Call Montlick at #WHEN.
New developments, the Georgia Supreme Court upheld the life sentence without the possibility of parole for a man convicted of a 2019 murder. In 2021, Keandre Preston was found guilty of shooting and killing Shelvis Hillman in 2019 after Preston shot his dog. Neighbors telling Channel 2 Action News at the time that Shelvis was a good guy.
He was a hard worker and he was a great guy, very respectful and willing to help us
Preston said the state should not have presented evidence of his earlier crimes during his trial. But today, the state Supreme Court disagreed. A Forsyth County man already in jail after being accused of illegal use of a company credit card, now facing more than 800 additional counts in that case. Michael Chad Evans of Cumming was arrested in April after the company he worked for, Oakwood Arrow Auto Auction, reported him to police. Investigators say he would use the company credit card for money orders that he would deposit into a personal account.
Police in Pennsylvania are looking for the suspect who shot and killed a Penn State student this weekend. Billy Schmidt, a 22-year-old, was killed less than a block away from his home in the South Philadelphia area. Police say two people stole his phone, and when he tried to go after them, one of them shot him. Schmidt's father found his phone later under a car. Police are hoping it can help them find the suspects. Incredible video as a seaplane with engine trouble had to make an emergency landing on a road in Arizona. When the plane approaches, there are all sorts of obstacles there. You can see traffic lights, utility lines. Fortunately, there weren't many cars around as the pilot managed. A pretty smooth landing considering there were 3 people inside. And by the way, they were not hurt. Great job.
Did not look real.
I know.
Wow.
Wow, they walked out.
Well, vacationing on a budget is more difficult this year.
This is a tough summer for travel of any kind.
New at 5, Channel 2 consumer advisor Clark Howard explains why the right timing can help you save money.
This Spectrum employee is in jail, accused of causing a security breach at a courthouse. The hit and run police say he's responsible for.
A new ordinance means more signs that are going to tell you if you can turn right on red. Why some locals do not think they're enough to protect people crossing the street. Next.
The Republican primary for governor. 2 grown men fighting to kiss the of an
It's embarrassing. I'm Keisha Lance Bottoms, and unlike some people, I'm not running for governor to be Donald Trump. I'm running to stand up to him, to expand Medicaid, guarantee pre-K for all kids, and lower taxes for working families. This may be funny, but what you're going through is not. Let's do something about it.
It's time to fire John Ossoff from the United States Senate. That's why I'm supporting Derek Dooley. I think he's the man to get that done.
Conservative outsider Derek Dooley is the Georgia first fighter we need in the Senate to take on D.C. corruption and career politicians, pass term limits, ban insider trading, and end business as usual. Derek Dooley will work with President Trump and always put Georgia first.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
I can. You can't spell American without it. During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, say I can in the original can-do vehicle. I can go where freedom takes me. I can bring the whole crew and everything that comes with them. And in America's most patriotic brand, I can take it all in. You can do anything in the new Jeep brand lineup during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Right now, during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited models. See your Atlanta area Jeep brand dealer.
Look, I'll be honest. If I wasn't running in this race, there's enough out there that I would have started an investigation. I would have. Did the lieutenant governor use his official office to help benefit himself financially? I think it's wrong. I think it's unethical. It could be illegal. And look, the Georgia people do not want somebody running for governor that sees the governor's mansion as an extension of their business empire.
At Pinnacle Home Improvements, we listen to your needs, design a plan that works for your home, and give you a clear, honest quote. Plus, make no payments and no interest till 2027. For windows, roofing, or siding, call our remodeling experts at Pinnacle.
Severe Weather Team 2 is tracking rain heavy in some spots. Meteorologist Ebony Dion is in for Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz live at Severe Weather Center 2 with something for everybody.
Yeah, and we're still seeing that rain that's coming down around parts of our south and western counties. We have the heavy rain around LaGrange where we have cooled to 72 degrees. So it's definitely a lot cooler now that the rain has moved in. We're at 81 in Atlanta, and it has been hot and very steamy here around Rome and Calhoun. We are now sitting in the upper 80s at 78 for you in Blairsville. But where we have the heavy rain, we've had a lot of thunderstorm activity here around parts of Coweta County, into Heard County, and into Troup County. LaGrange seeing some heavy rainfall nearby, and right along I-85, you're going to encounter some of that as well. Rain has now become less intense over Upson County, but that storm packed quite a punch not too long ago with heavy rain and quite a bit of lightning with that storm that moved through. And we're also tracking just one small area of heavy rain near McKaysville. As we go through the next couple of days, though, our rain chances and storm opportunities are going to come down and the heat will be up. We'll talk more about those changes at 6.
Ebony, thank you. New developments, new signs like these, which you'll see right there going up throughout Midtown and downtown to stop drivers from turning on red. Channel 2's Candace McCowan has the look at the effort to protect pedestrians.
That ordinance actually went into effect at the end of last year. No more turns on red, but signs like this are just now being posted in certain parts of town. Along with the many additions to roadways in the lead up to the World Cup, drivers will now notice more and more signs saying no turn on red.
Cars is not going to stop if it doesn't have a sign.
It's an ordinance Atlanta City Council approved in 2024 and took effect at the end of 2025. Just now, the signs are going up. However, some say it will take more than signs to make a difference.
Just like now, not to call out this car, but he's looking to turn right on red. A lot of people are ignoring the signs or they're acting like they don't see the signs, but it might need some reinforcement, unfortunately. I don't know. They might need to start like a campaign to tell people to look up, but I think people are missing the signs.
The hope is this will help reduce the number of pedestrians that are struck by cars. A study from 2022 from the District Department of Transportation found the no turn on red signs in Washington, D.C. led to a 92% decrease in drivers failing to yield to pedestrians. However, the signs are not at all intersections in Midtown, and some drivers say already it slowed traffic in some locations.
Yes, there are cars here, but there are also walkers.
No turn on red is a law in other walkable cities like New York City, and those who live in parts of downtown and Midtown where the signs are say it's a smart thing to do.
If you want to have a walkable city that includes like being aware of bikes and scooters and pedestrians.
In Midtown, Candace McCowan, Channel 2, Action News.
And we have more details on how difficult it is for pedestrians to get around parts of Atlanta. Holofly, which is a data company for travelers, ranks Atlanta as the 5th worst city to navigate. A little more than 3% of residents choose to walk around the city. Other southern cities in the top 20 most difficult places to navigate include Austin, Houston, Jacksonville, Miami, Memphis, and San Antonio.
New at 5, a cable company worker accused of smashing into a secured area at the Henry County Courthouse and trying to get away. Pierre Puris faces a number of charges, including felony interference with government property, along with hit and run. Investigators believe the Spectrum worker ran over a pair of bushes and dragged a cone before driving off without telling anyone Saturday. No one was hurt. New developments in the crash involving a Gwinnett County police officer. A child hurt in that wreck is being treated for serious injuries at Arthur Blank Children's Hospital. That crash was breaking news last Tuesday when we learned an officer collided with another car near the intersection of Hogan Bridge Road and Peachtree Parkway. There were 2 adults in the car with that child. The child, one of those adults, had serious injuries. The driver was not injured.
A local police chief is out of a job, but it's how he found out that's got some people concerned. Channel 2's Wendy Corona joins us live from the newsroom with stories all new for Channel 2 Action News at 6.
Well, Linda, a Metro Atlanta police chief denied access to his office today. It now has a community concerned about who's in charge of safety. An advocate says it goes against what people want.
She's operating on her own and in defiance of the will of the people.
We are digging into what exactly happened. And police say a man posed as a delivery driver to shoot a man 4 times. The other way the disguise helped the shooter carry out that crime. We'll have those stories and more all new tonight on Channel 2 Action News at 6. Karen?
All right, see you in just a bit. Thank you so much, Wendy. No new data centers will be built in DeKalb County until at least the fall. County leaders passed an extension on the current moratorium on the controversial facilities that will last through the end of September. This will allow the county to review oversight proposals and environmental impacts. New at 5, there's a new Costco coming to Metro Atlanta. Right now, construction's underway for one in Stone Mountain. Currently, there are 16 locations throughout Georgia. This store will sit on the former site of the Stone Mountain Tennis Center, which was demolished in 2018. It's slated to open in August on West Park Place Boulevard. A new arena that can seat up to 8,000 people is opened in Clayton County, created for Clayton County students, but it is for everyone. It's located on South Lake Circle in Morrow. It's available for graduations, other big events. The president and CEO of a company called The Right Productions says the venue will draw hundreds of thousands of people.
To be right here on I-75, just 10 minutes from the airport.
Making it really convenient for so many. More than a dozen schools have held their graduations there this year.
First responders are there to answer the call, no matter who needs rescuing, including a fawn. Take a look. Roswell firefighters say this little guy got stuck in a storm drain on Trailmore Drive. Neighbors told them they could hear noises coming from the drain. A firefighter actually went down and was able to pull that frightened fawn right out. He was then released back into the woods, hopefully found his mom and dad. Well, fans with fins are getting into the action for the FIFA World Cup at the Georgia Aquarium. From seals to penguins, residents at the famed downtown Atlanta attraction are definitely getting into the spirit. Workers at the aquarium allowed the animals to kick it in their habitats. And this will be a great place for soccer fans to cool off from the heat during matches. It will be open during the World Cup.
A North Georgia sheriff accused of DUI claims all the evidence against him was obtained illegally. Ahead on Channel 2 Action News at 6, why prosecutors say that arrest was by the book.
Summer travel is costing more with airfare increasing. The places costing way more and destinations where you can actually save.
Some stories are bigger.
Channel 2 Action News live with this breaking situation.
They unfold in real time. Change as you watch.
We know this community well. We have multiple reports.
When stories break, when it matters most. Channel 2 Action News. Every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Did you hear what our Attorney General said about Burt Jones?
The Georgia people do not want somebody running for governor that sees the governor's mansion as an extension of their business empire.
It's not complicated. Jones profits while we pay. Jones changed the law to benefit the family business and backs a corrupt $10 billion data center scheme on his family's land.
If I wasn't running in this race, there's enough out there that I would have started an investigation.
Burt Jones, he's just too corrupt and unfit to be our governor.
Yo, can I catch a ride? Yo, can I catch a ride?
I got you.
The new ride you can't wait to show off. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra and Hyundai Kona.
Get a Hyundai Elantra with 3.49% APR for 60 months or lease for $159 a month. Hurry in.
Liberal lawyer John Kennedy fought to keep criminal illegals from being deported. Kennedy sided with Obama in court to keep illegals in Georgia and even voted to give them driver's licenses. America First patriot Greg Dolezal. Greg Dolezal proudly stands with President Trump to deport every illegal immigrant and keep Georgia safe.
Where's Greg? Greg, thank you very much, Greg. We appreciate it.
Greg Dolezal for Lieutenant Governor.
Have you been putting off replacing those old windows?
Window Source of Atlanta has a deal of a lifetime for you. Right now, you can get 8 windows for $51.99.
That'd be like 10 grand if you bought it from one of those big companies.
All you need to do is go to windowsourceatlanta.com and click that big button that says, I want 8 windows for $51.99.
But it's only till the end of June, so lock in your savings right now.
windowsourceatlanta.com.
Let's be honest, most of us put out mulch several times a year. The bugs, they're down there at the soil level. So that's where the Breda technician has to get our product down. Here's the key for homeowners. When you're putting out mulch, don't stack it very thick next to the home. And that's important so the Breda technician can provide you a barrier to keep those bugs outside where they belong.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Governor Kemp and Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones have delivered for Georgia. Together, they've created good-paying jobs, suspended Georgia's gas tax, lowered the state income tax, and are helping Georgia's seniors afford to stay in their homes. Burt Jones has worked closely with Brian Kemp and is endorsed by President Trump, making Burt Jones the perfect choice to be Georgia's next governor.
New at 5, budget more money for summer travel. Jet fuel costs are leading airlines to charge passengers more to fly. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray is live in the studio. Justin, there are some ways to find a good deal.
Linda, choosing the right time to book your travel helps. And Channel 2 consumer advisor Clark Howard and I, we talked about which destinations are most impacted by fuel costs.
I cannot believe how much it's costing me when I fly by air right now.
Soaring airfare costs are changing summer travel. Prices for domestic and international trips are way up.
They're parking airplanes, reducing the number of seats they have available, and pushing those airfares up and away.
People are not giving up their summer vacations, but they are choosing places a little closer to home.
Expedia gathered data that shows 63% of U.S. travelers are planning a domestic trip this summer. They say part of the push to stay closer to home is hype around the FIFA World Cup games and the America 250 celebrations. The other reason people are staying closer to home, the high cost to fly internationally. Since the war with Iran began, maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz has essentially halted. It's cut off 20% of the world's oil supply from global markets.
The problem internationally is a lot of other countries are affected much more by the run-up in the cost of jet fuel.
Travel site Kayak compared last year's airfare prices for economy round-trip tickets to some popular destinations this year and found airfare to London is up more than 45%. Last year, average ticket prices were $786, and this year, tickets are more than $1,100. Flights to Paris are up more than 30% from last year.
Fewer routes means fewer options, means higher prices, and it's just kind of a vicious circle.
And I experienced the sticker shock myself this month. I spent hours and hours trying to find tickets for the family to Italy, ended up cobbling together a combination of miles on Delta and then switching to cheaper European budget airlines to get to my final destination. Clark said the best time to travel is later this year. He says if you can afford to wait until after mid-August to take a trip, that appears to be the right time for now to find a deal, Linda.
A city manager is accused of blocking the police chief from his office and pulling rank to do it.
I've seen a lot of bad actors. Chief Chris is not one of them.
Why an advocate says his community is not being heard.
Nearly 3 months after someone stabbed a 4-year-old to death.
To punish the mother, the child was used as a pawn and killed.
Fulton County's plans to punish her father.
I'm Attorney General Chris Carr.
And I'm Joan Carr.
We're supporting Rick Jackson for governor because, like Brian Kemp, he has character, integrity, and he'll keep Georgia strong by cutting taxes, keeping us safe, and supporting our teachers.
Both Rick Jackson and I spent time in foster care. He knows what it's like to struggle. I know he'll protect Georgia's foster kids and every hardworking Georgian.
Vote for Rick Jackson on June 16th.
I'm Ross Massey with Massey Injury Law. Unlike most firms who charge 33 to 40%, every Massey client gets our low friend of the firm rate of 25%. We put our money where it belongs, in the client's pocket.
Remember, Massey is my lawyer friend.
President Trump endorsed only one, Burt Jones.
It's not like, oh, gee, let me think about it. This man has been an incredible leader. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
New developments in a fight between a police chief and the city he serves.
Do I think what is happening with the city is bad? It's very bad.
A community advocate weighs in as the chief stays locked out.
Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at 6 p.m. Coverage you can count on.
Good evening, everyone. So glad you're here. I'm Linda Stouffer.
Hello, I'm Wendy Corona in for George Estevez. And Severe Weather Team 2 is tracking rain before we see a change in our weather pattern. Let's get to meteorologist Ebony Dion. She's in for Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz live in Severe Weather Center 2.
And some areas already noticing that change with some late day sunshine breaking through the clouds, but the storms are ongoing and we're mainly seeing that focus to our south and west. So as you're traveling along I-85, heading down through Troup County, you're going to encounter some areas of heavy rain. Now just to the west of Hogansville, we were just underneath some heavy rain. That has since waned, but now new storms that are sliding down from areas of Heard County, starting to move into the LaGrange area, and then just a small area of heavy rain near Waco, right along the Harrelson and Carroll County line. So if you're traveling along I-20, you could encounter some activity there. In Fannin County, we have a few light rain showers between Blue Ridge and McKaysville. But aside from that, most of you seeing a mix of clouds and sunshine, but still feeling that humidity that is on the high side. Through late this evening, rain that we do have around right now will be coming to an end. We'll have some clearing overnight. That's going to lead into some sunshine for our Wednesday and drier weather. We'll talk more about those changes coming up.
Ebony, thank you. New developments, and now former Metro Atlanta Police Chief arrived to work Tuesday to find himself locked out of his office and out of a job. Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln is live in Forest Park this evening. Ashley, in the last 10 minutes, he sent you a text confirming he filed a lawsuit against the city.
Linda, the now former chief Brandon Criss confirming with me that lawsuit was filed after he was forced out of this building behind me. That suit being filed against the city and the interim city manager, while some city officials claim that the mayoral veto allowing him in this building is illegal. Criss and his attorney disagree.
He's one of the good guys.
Forest Park residents say that's why they were surprised to learn Police Chief Brandon Criss arrived to work Tuesday morning to find locked doors and a terminated position.
Hey, well.
Independent radio host Donald D.C. Craddock says frustrated Forest Park residents have called in about the move, which was allegedly carried out at the direction of interim city manager LaTosha Clemens.
She don't have the 4 votes to overturn a veto or a judge's order.
Last week, Forest Park council members could not get 4 required votes to overturn Mayor Dr. Gwen Webb-Ellison's veto to reinstate Chief Criss.
That means that motion failed.
Criss was fired last month after being accused of improperly taking paid time off. He argued before city leaders why he should keep his job.
Without the community, law enforcement is not effective.
An independent investigative report later found Criss never received any additional pay related to the disputed time off. On June 1st, he was reinstated under the mayor's veto and returned to work Monday. In an exclusive internal email sent Monday, interim police chief Andrea Smith told staff he had been directed by the interim city manager to continue overseeing the department's day-to-day operations. But by Tuesday morning, sources say Criss was told his position had not been reinstated and that he was locked out of his office at Clemens' direction.
People are tired of petty politics.
I reached out to Clemens for a comment. She has not responded. Despite not having a vote of 4, the city of Forest Park sent a statement saying this is a matter for the elected members of city council to decide, not the city staff or the city manager. The majority of the city council has decided and presently believes that Brandon Criss should not be reinstated as the chief of police.
Do I think what has happened to him is wrong? Is very wrong.
And again, Criss denied doing any on-camera interviews today. He and his attorney doubling down that they believe the mayoral's veto is valid. Reporting live tonight in Forest Park, Ashley Lincoln, Channel 2 Action News.
Well, something you don't hear every day, people trying to break into jail, but that's exactly what happened in Atlanta. Investigators say they have surveillance video that shows the moment 2 men tried to smuggle in contraband from marijuana, OxyContin pills, cell phones, baby wipes, and even cigarettes. Just last year, deputies arrested a man who cut through the fence at the jail's South Annex in Union City.
He was using a crowbar to essentially introduce contraband into the jail.
Authorities say Nicholas Andrews and an accomplice who remains on the run cut through a fence surrounding the Rice Street jail late Monday night before they were stopped.
New at 6, Fulton County prosecutors are trying to get justice for a 4-year-old killed in an alleged case of domestic violence. We're learning investigators believe the child's father murdered her to punish the little girl's mother. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live at the Fulton County Courthouse with the disturbing allegations he learned exclusively from the DA.
And this is late breaking. The head of the Fulton County DA's Domestic Violence Division confirms to us a Clayton County indictment we obtained this afternoon includes an aggravated assault charge against Rashad Dixon from on or about June 11th, 2025, in which Zuri Dixon's mom was the alleged victim, months before the same Rashad Dixon allegedly stabbed little Zuri in an episode of domestic violence.
Ma'am, tell me exactly what happened. Why do you need the police?
Stop!
It's a horrible case. A father takes the life of his child to punish the mother. Those are at least the allegations where he's been indicted.
Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis says after Rashad Dixon allegedly stabbed to death his own 4-year-old daughter, Zuri, to punish her mother for wanting to leave him, her office has taken a crucial step toward punishing him. Indictment.
And we're going to ask that he be put in prison for the rest of his life.
Executive DA Simone Hilton.
Sometimes they say prosecutors don't cry, but this one, when you read it, when you see some of the evidence, it's heart-wrenching.
The 12 counts in the indictment range from murder and cruelty to children in the first degree to hindering a person making an emergency telephone call. Executive DA Adam Abate.
The mom did not want him at the house off of Allison Court, and so she immediately called 911.
Do you need police, fire, EMS?
Police.
From what the evidence will show and what we know from the police investigation is that he grabbed the phone from her and stabbed it with a knife, making it inoperable. He, after taking the phone, ran out to where her vehicle was and broke one of the front windows.
Abate said the investigation indicates Rashad Dixon was treated and released after he stabbed himself superficially in the neck.
In an attempt to evade the consequences of his actions.
Ms. Hilton said there was a history of abuse of Zuri's mom, Jazuri Rouse.
This is an indication of the extreme events that can occur in intimate partner violence cases.
The level of domestic violence is an epidemic. As crime goes down, domestic violence remains the same and even increases.
Domestic violence Deputy DA Asia Beza says Governor Brian Kemp recently signed into law a bill that creates a framework for family justice centers statewide, including in Fulton County. She indicated Fulton County DA staff members have visited family justice centers across the country to find the best way to provide a place where victims can get resources to escape domestic violence. Family Justice Center Site Coordinator Melissa Arthur.
We are launching our Family Justice Center in 2027. Right now, we have 40 partners committed. We do have one of our partners who will be potentially providing a building.
Now, a spokesman says the Georgia Public Defender Council has been appointed by the courts to represent Rashad A. Dixon in pending criminal matters in Clayton County and Fulton County. He said, we recognize the grief experienced by those impacted, particularly the family and loved ones of Zuri Dixon. He added the charges are allegations. He said Mr. Dixon is presumed innocent unless and until the state proves its case beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
Breaking news in the war with Iran, the U.S. launched new strikes on the country. The president says Iran brought down a U.S. helicopter. 2 pilots on board survived the attack. They were rescued by a U.S. Navy drone boat. In the last 10 minutes, a U.S. official told the Associated Press the helicopter crashed after colliding with an Iranian drone. It comes just hours after the president said a peace deal appeared to be close.
I don't think there are any sticking points. I think we're very close to having a very, very good, strong, powerful deal.
Iran says it was responding to the U.S. blockade in the Strait of Hormuz, which it calls an act of war. This North Georgia sheriff accused of driving under the influence was back in court asking a judge to toss out the evidence collected in the case. Channel 2's Tom Jones has been in court since 9 this morning. And Tom, the sheriff says his rights were violated when he was arrested.
Linda, the suspended sheriff, Gerald Couch, told the court here that when deputies stepped on his property and began investigating him, they didn't have a warrant or his consent. But prosecutors say those deputies were concerned about his safety and the safety of citizens.
Sheriff had a blood alcohol of 0.37.
Hull County Chief Deputy Kevin Head testified his boss, Sheriff Gerald Couch, was drinking heavily the day before his DUI arrest. Head says he and a captain went to the sheriff's home the next day to confiscate his county vehicle. They say they then saw him driving erratically. Head says he confronted the sheriff at his home.
And I told you, if you're drinking driving a county vehicle, I would have you arrested.
Head says he called a state trooper to investigate the incident. The trooper testified he informed the sheriff of implied consent to test his blood. He says the sheriff consented to field sobriety test. The trooper says he let Couch know he had the right to an attorney. Now Couch wants all the evidence collected thrown out. His attorney says once Chief Deputy Head pursued the sheriff after seeing him driving erratically and arrived on his property, it became a police investigation, and Head needed to follow different rules.
I believe everything upon entry and from that point in time after is illegally obtained.
Prosecutors said the sheriff was only detained at that point, but the sheriff's attorney got a captain who was there to admit Deputy Head did arrest the sheriff.
Your initial testimony was Chief Deputy Head arrested Gerald Couch, correct?
Yes. The captain immediately said he misspoke.
It was a mistake on my part to say arrest.
And the judge will decide later whether to keep that evidence in or toss it out. You may recall the governor suspended Sheriff Couch back in February over his DUI arrests. That suspension is set to expire next week. We're live in Hull County and Gainesville. I'm Tom Jones for Channel 2 Action News.
As showers and storms diminish, I'm tracking drier weather and hotter temperatures. I'll let you know how it's going to feel as we climb up to about 90 later this week.
Someone shot a man 4 times right at the victim's front door.
We have a lot of cops in the area and nothing ever happens here. It's
New at 6. The disguise police say the shooter used to approach the victim and hide his face.
MARTA riders say they want to feel safe on the trains.
and I want people to be able to get around Atlanta safely, especially people who are comfortable.
But a family is terrified after someone shot their teenage son. Now we're getting new insight into the victim and new charges the suspected shooter now faces. That's next.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Kroger always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We're the Morgan Boys. I'm Matt. I'm Mike. And I'm Dan. Our family has been fighting for families for over 35 years. So if you're injured, call Morgan & Morgan.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story. And I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that can sell fun.
Rick Jackson, the conservative outsider who will deliver tax cuts, lower prices, and deliver the booming economy for Georgia.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Room for 6 full-size passions. The Lexus TX 3-row luxury. A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience. It's a car that stops short of amazing.
Get special offers on select Lexus TX models.
Liberal lawyer John Kennedy fought to keep criminal illegals from being deported. Kennedy sided with Obama in court to keep illegals in Georgia and even voted to give them driver's licenses. America First patriot Greg Dolezal. Greg Dolezal proudly stands with President Trump to deport every illegal immigrant and keep Georgia safe.
Where's Greg? Greg, thank you very much, Greg. We appreciate it.
Greg Dolezal for Lieutenant Governor.
Slide into summer at Truist Park as the Toronto Blue Jays and Pittsburgh Pirates roll into town June 2nd through the 7th. Fans can score 3 giveaways like the David Justice bobblehead presented by Truist, the Drake Baldwin hockey jersey presented by Xfinity, and the kids soccer jersey built by the Home Depot. Catch all the electric energy this summer inside Truist Park and cheer on your red-hot Braves. Find all the details and get your tickets at braves.com/promos.
They don't have to look over their shoulder every 5 minutes, and worry about us taking them out of the country. I'm very sensitive to both sides on the issue.
Derek Dooley, a total disaster on immigration. Mike Collins wrote the Laken Riley Act to deport criminal illegals.
I'm Mike Collins, and I approve this message because I stand with President Trump.
Congressman Mike Collins.
Mike, you were fantastic.
At Kroger, we're making it easy to fuel your summer for less. You can redeem the points you earn to save up to $35 per fill-up. So save big on the fuel you need for summer fun. Redeem your points today.
This man now faces federal charges in a shooting at a MARTA station last week. Anthony Gresham is accused of shooting a 17-year-old. And tonight we're learning that teenage victim was a standout student athlete, and what he was carrying on the MARTA train may have saved his life. Channel 2's Courtney Francisco live now at the Midtown MARTA station where this all happened. And Courtney, you told us in the last hour the police presence was more obvious there tonight.
Yeah, you can see the big MARTA police truck right here behind me, and inside there's more uniformed officers walking around. We saw an officer just show up with a dog that's sniffing around. Riders say they're still anxious to learn how the teenager is doing since he got shot here Friday. His mother said bullets hit his arm and leg, and he's undergone multiple surgeries already and will have to endure more. An online fundraiser description said the bag he was carrying across his chest stopped a bullet that could have killed him. I spoke to people who saw this happen, who said it was obvious he was a young student, and those who know him said yes, he was on the train on his way home from classes at Georgia Tech. He's involved in a program for science and engineering there, although he's still in high school.
I hope he survives. It was honestly very scary, like turning around and seeing somebody in the pool of their own blood, and all for nothing.
Easterling goes to KIPP Atlanta High School, where teachers said he's a track and field champ, and he's a leader in the Student Government Association there. And the staff and teachers sent us a statement that said they are wishing him a fast recovery right now. Reporting live in Midtown, Courtney Francisco, Channel 2 Action News.
Happening now, Hall County leaders are taking questions about a new ordinance that would oversee data centers. The county looked at suspending new construction on the facilities earlier this year. It plans to take public input until 8 tonight. We'll bring you what they decide on WSB Tonight right after the NHL final.
Your voice, your vote. Right now, a little more than 128,500 of you have cast a ballot in the primary runoff election that's happening now. Early voting is open now through Friday. Election day is a week from today. Political analyst Bill Crane is here. So, Bill, what do we expect for a turnout? It's a primary runoff.
Typically, you lose about 25% of the voters you had in the primary in a runoff unless there's hotly contested races at the top of the ticket. On the Democratic side, the governor's race has been decided, and John Ossoff, the senator, did not have any opposition. There are some hot local races like the Fulton County Commission chair, but I think we'll probably see about 1.5 million votes cast in total, and about half of that during early voting in this week.
And we know Governor Brian Kemp wrapping up his final turn, but how about this? Is he backing anyone to replace him? Because some of the ads, people would think that he is.
He's backing Derek Dooley in the Senate race. He's been doing that since he recruited Derek Dooley into the campaign. He was friends with Chris Carr, the Attorney General, who was one of the former candidates for governor. And he announced early on he wasn't going to pick his successor, and he's not engaged, hasn't endorsed. There's some confusion because the Jackson campaign does have an ad where the governor's saying some very favorable things about Rick Jackson, but it is not endorsement.
Bill Crane, thank you. We'll keep watching it.
And of course, the two big races that we are watching, Republicans Burt Jones and Rick Jackson, are battling for their party's nomination for governor. The winner will take on former Atlanta Mayor, Democrat Keisha Lance Bottoms, in the November general election. And in the race for Senate, Congressman Mike Collins facing off against Derek Dooley for the Republican nomination. The winner will challenge Democrat John Ossoff for his Senate seat. A massive fish kill in the Chattahoochee River stemming from a whole lot of rain. Tonight, what we're learning about the role old pipes may have played in this situation.
There's nothing in one county quite like a new amphitheater. Why county leaders hope it draws and keeps local jobs for young people just kickstarting their careers.
Arson on a quiet street. Now the home is all boarded up.
Everything happening in general in front of our houses.
How neighbors were able to help police track down the suspect.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine.
Yeah, he's a donor.
But yeah, he's a donor. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that could sell fun.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Attention, everybody! If I could have the floor.
Silence! We're here to talk about Bob.
Mailman Bob?
Man, I love Bob. Well, Bob doesn't love us. He's leaving.
No, this is bad. Why would he leave us? I have no idea. Stay here! Mistakes were made.
We gotta get him to stay.
We need food. Human food. What do we do now? Anyone?
We bake.
Princess, flour.
Nailed it.
It's pie time.
How could I leave you guys? See you tomorrow.
Are you crying?
Are you not?
Did you hear what our Attorney General said about Burt Jones?
The Georgia people do not want somebody running for governor that sees the governor's mansion as an extension of their business empire.
It's not complicated. Jones profits while we pay. Jones changed the law to benefit the family business and backs a corrupt $10 billion data center scheme on his family's land.
If I wasn't running in this race, there's enough out there that I would have started an investigation.
Burt Jones, he's just too corrupt and unfit to be our governor.
I can. You can't spell American without it. During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, say I can in the original can-do vehicle. I can go where freedom takes me. I can bring the whole crew and everything that comes with them. And in America's most patriotic brand, I can take it all in. You can do anything in the new Jeep brand lineup during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Right now, during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited models. See your Atlanta area Jeep brand dealer.
And you'll end up deported or departed.
Granda, why do you look so mean in these ads?
Really?
Yes.
think I'm mean?
You look so mean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we should make an ad for you.
Really? What would you do?
We'd make you look cool.
Let's get you a truck. Every political ad has a truck. Oh, yeah, and a dog.
First, we'll pick out your clothes.
Yeah.
Let's make Georgia better together. I'm Rick Jackson.
And he approves this message.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Discover music and laugh surprises at every turn with Blue Man Group, June 16th and 17th at the Fox Theater. Buy one, get one with promo code FAM2FAM. Family to family and Georgia Natural Gas. Community coverage you can count on.
Sports on Channel 2 is sponsored by Estes Heat, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit EstesAir.com for free second opinions on plumbing quotes. It's that easy. It's Estes.
Take a look at the damage after a suspected arson. A man is accused of carrying out an attack in the middle of the day. It happened along Old Spring Road, just off South Cobb Drive in Smyrna. You could see windows boarded up. According to investigators, early Thursday, a man drove through their neighborhood in a white vehicle, and moments later, that house was on fire.
The homeowner is an older gentleman, and but you know his family, his daughter and his daughter's family come to go.
Neighbors say their security cameras help police catch the suspect.
Community outcry has pushed DeKalb County to put a pause on new liquor stores. People who live there say they do not need another one near Covington Highway and Hairston Road, since there are already almost 24. But the business owner who wants to open the liquor store believes he's helping the neighborhood.
Publix has left, Walgreens has left, restaurants are closing down. We are wanting to put in a business that's going to have a long-term life and also a solid tax base for the county.
The county recommended denying the application on Monday. The Planning Commission will vote next month.
Taking a live look tonight over Washington, D.C., where within the last hour, House lawmakers passed a bill to fund immigration enforcement. The Senate passed its version last week. This bill allocates $70 billion to Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Border Patrol. It will fund the agencies for the next 3 years. President Trump is expected to sign it soon.
A delivery truck hit and killed a person walking in southwest Atlanta. Police are now investigating. This happened on Campbellton Road just after 11:30 this morning. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver stayed on the scene. Iran will participate in the World Cup. Their base camp is set up in Mexico due to visa restrictions. Today, Iran Soccer Federation says the country's ticket allocation was withdrawn. It claims it's not able to get tickets to supporters of its national team. The federation did not specify who pulled their allocation. A Somali referee was denied entry into the United States. FIFA confirms Abdul Qadir Artan will not participate in the tournament. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says there were vetting concerns there. So Somalia is one of the 39 nations affected by the Trump administration's travel ban. And right here in Atlanta, the city's oldest entertainment district is getting a makeover. Underground Atlanta is planning events as an official watch party venue. They've also added artificial turf, large screens, and local vendor shops. In our next half hour, we'll hear from Mayor Andre Dickens about final preparations. A massive drug bust found inside a semi-truck, the key piece that helped state troopers track it all down.
Neighbors fearful of who shows up on their doorstep after a shooting on their street involving a fake delivery driver. The way police say he was able to hide the weapon before the attack.
And we have seen a lot of rain, a few thunderstorms erupting across much of North Georgia, but things are clearing out. I'll let you know we're going to see more scenes like this, more sunshine and more heat to go along with it.
As a state senator, I stood up to MAGA Republicans who tried to take over our elections. I'm Nabila Parks, and now I'm running for lieutenant governor to protect our voting rights and a woman's right to choose. I'm Nabila Parks, standing up for Georgia.
If you've ever felt the system was rigged, that's because it is.
Conservative Rick Jackson doesn't owe anybody anything.
The political class protects itself. The media protects them, and the lobbyists prop up the whole thing.
Rick Jackson, the conservative who won't back down.
It's a cartel, and I'm coming to break it up.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra. Leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. During GMC Truck Month, get 0% APR for 5 years on 2026 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, no monthly payments for 130 days. We are professional grade.
Nobody can control rain in Mother Nature, but there's nothing worse than being eaten alive by mosquitoes.
We have used Breda for, I think, a little over 10 years, and Breda did such a good job with the mosquito treatment that our neighbors didn't even have to provide it for their own yard and their own pool. It seems like when you have these things happen, you want to make a phone call and have someone take care of it immediately, and that's definitely the case with Breda. Breda gives us peace of mind.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
They don't have to look over their shoulder every 5 minutes, and worry about us taking them out of the country. I'm very sensitive to both sides on the issue.
Derek Dooley, a total disaster on immigration. Mike Collins wrote the Laken Riley Act to deport criminal illegals.
I'm Mike Collins, and I approve this message because I stand with President Trump.
Congressman Mike Collins. Mike, you were fantastic.
At CertaPro Painters, we are more than just your local painters. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy.
I'm Nabila Parks, and I was born and raised in Georgia. I'm raising my family right here in Gwinnett County. Georgia families are being crushed by high prices. I'm Nabila Parks, and I'm running for lieutenant governor to bring down costs and to protect our freedoms.
Weather presented by Montlick, protecting Georgia families since 1984.
We are seeing much improved conditions now over Midtown Atlanta, where we had some heavy rainfall move through earlier when we started on the air around 3 o'clock. And we even had some showers earlier this morning. Now, though, some breaks in the clouds, and we are seeing sunshine and drier weather conditions. We have rebounded. Our temperature cooled into the 70s with the rain around, but now with the sun coming back out, we're at 82 degrees. So it's warm and it's very steamy as you make your way out for your evening plans. Now, as you're heading out for this evening, we are going to still have that opportunity for a few showers around, but I do think that most of you will keep things nice and quiet. By 11 o'clock tonight, still warm. We'll be in the mid 70s, and with that drier air filtering in, we'll have a mostly clear sky early on, and then some areas of patchy fog developing overnight. As we check on Storm Tracker 2 HD radar, it looks a lot different compared to earlier when things were quite active. We still do have some storms that I'm tracking with heavy rainfall, mainly now concentrated to our south and west, and we're seeing that over Troup County near LaGrange, where we've been kind of in and out of some heavy downpours, and we're still tracking a few lightning strikes with these storms that are now just to the north of LaGrange. Around Hogansville, some rain for you, and then south right along I-85 or 185, I should say. We're still tracking some rain there. Also, a few showers here into Fannin County around Blue Ridge, but not seeing any lightning with that. Throughout this evening, we'll keep the clouds around early on, and then as we get some clearing, the moisture will still be with us. So it's going to be warm, humid, and again, a little bit foggy to start things off on Wednesday, but we're expecting more breaks in the clouds, so a little bit more in the way of sunshine. By the time we get into the late morning, early afternoon, temperatures are going to heat up quickly, and as we warm, we'll have that instability increasing, and that's what could trigger a few isolated showers and storms with daytime heating. Overnight, our low temperatures will drop off to 68 in Carrollton, 71 in Atlanta, 68 in Gainesville. Will really feel the heat on Wednesday with highs closer to 90 degrees in Athens, Rome, Calhoun. We'll warm it up to about 88 in Atlanta, expecting a high near 90 in LaGrange. And that heat, it's going to continue to build over the next few days. That area of high pressure will be around, so that warmth will really start to fill in across the area. High temperatures will climb to near 90. It's going to feel even hotter because although we're going to see our rain chance coming down, we'll still have the humidity building. So by Thursday afternoon, we are going to have some feel-like temperatures well into the mid and even upper 90s. That will be the case again on Friday. As we check out our 5-day forecast with the weekend always in view, we're trending a lot drier but much hotter towards the end of the work week. Over the weekend, we are going to get the more moisture moving back in, and we'll have a returning chance for showers and storms.
Ebony, thank you. New at 6, a man is recovering after someone disguised as a delivery driver knocked on his door and then shot him 4 times. Channel 2's Susan Hendricks is live in Cobb County. Susan, a suspect is now in custody.
Yeah, he is, Lyndon. As you said, he used this box to disguise himself, as you mentioned, as a delivery driver to kind of hide his face and his firearm, which he shot right through the box. He went up to the door and asked for him to say who he was, the victim. He did. Then he opened fire, shooting him twice in the chest and twice in the arm. I spoke to a neighbor who says this happened all before she moved in.
Nothing ever happens here. It's busy, but it's very calm and pretty peaceful. I've always noticed, so I was really shocked to hear that happened.
Courtney, who just moved here, lives a few doors down from John Rice, her neighbor, who police say was shot 4 times by a man pretending to be a delivery driver. In custody is this man, Jacob Kevinson, the ex-boyfriend of the homeowner's girlfriend. Kennesaw police officer David Buchanan says they always look at the people closest to the victim.
He was one of the few people that would have motive, if not the only person. So our detectives and officers did great work utilizing technology and was able to put his car at the scene and track him backwards and determine that he was the person that did the shooting.
Officer Buchanan says the department also had help from neighbors and security cameras, which he says have been a vital part of solving crimes.
It's a game changer. So it's a true force multiplier. We have eyes on roads and corners of things that where usually there's not a police officer everywhere. We respond to what we can and we try to be proactive.
Courtney and her 8-month-old baby moved in after the shooting and says she will now think twice about any delivery driver that comes to her door.
Oh, that's very surprising. That kind of makes me worried, honestly, because we have a lot of Amazon drivers coming delivering packages. So I would hate for that to happen to me and my family and even my neighbors too.
Yeah, so many of us do. All it takes, right, is a box. So many of us wouldn't think twice before opening the door. Kevinson was booked in Cobb County Jail on several felony charges without bond. Reporting live from Cobb County, Susan Hendricks, Channel 2 Action News.
Now new at 6 o'clock, Atlanta police are looking for information on these people. Take a look. They say they're directly involved in a deadly shooting. We first told you about this Sunday. It happened on Mango Circle in Northwest Atlanta. A 33-year-old died at the hospital. We saw crime scene investigators marking shell casings. Atlanta police told us they were working with neighbors to get video from the area where that shooting happened. We now know the names of the 4 astronauts set to board a spacecraft for Artemis 3 as soon as next year. Today, NASA introduced the team. It includes Commander Randy Bresnik, pilot Luca Parmitano, mission specialist Frank Rubio, and mission specialist Andre Douglas, who will head to space as early as next year. The group is a mix of space veterans, first-timers, an Army Black Hawk helicopter pilot turned family physician, and the first Italian space station commander. If the light is red in Midtown or downtown, you cannot turn right.
But it might need some reinforcement, unfortunately.
Why some are skeptical about the new change that is happening now.
A live look now over a stretch of interstate that's about to close so drivers can get on and off more easily. What you need to know as you plan tomorrow morning's commute.
I'm Channel 2 sports anchor Allison Mastrangelo. Falcons wide receiver Drake London spoke to the media for the first time since signing his huge contract extension. His goal? He wants to be legendary. I'll let him explain next.
Rooms to go. Buy the piece, save a little. Buy the room, save a lot.
Channel 2 Action News is brought to you in part by Atlanta Toyota, your #1 dealer.
Get ready to roll in a new Toyota from Atlanta Toyota. Pleasant Hill Road, Duluth.
Tonight, the severe weather impacting multiple states for several days. Tracking, flooding, dangerous winds, and tornado risks. Plus, the over $70 billion for immigration enforcement that could impact millions of families. Where the bill stands. World News Tonight with David Muir is the most watched newscast in America.
This summer, declare your independence from hot, miserable sleep. Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is here with cooling mattresses starting at just $6.99. Plus, save $1,000 on select mattresses and pay 0% interest for 60 months with no money down, only at Ashley. The headlines about Jackson and his company are damning. Sued for trafficking and racketeering, owes $30 million in unpaid taxes, caught hiring illegals over Americans, and Medicare fraud.
In 2024, the U.S. Attorney's Office announced Jackson and Coker agreed to pay $700,000 to resolve allegations that they participated in a kickback scheme to bill Medicare for medically unnecessary equipment.
Everything Jackson has told us has been a lie.
Tech that lets you be you. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month. Or get 0.99% APR or $22.50 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Liberal lawyer John Kennedy fought to keep criminal illegals from being deported. Kennedy sided with Obama in court to keep illegals in Georgia and even voted to give them driver's licenses. America First patriot Greg Dolezal. Greg Dolezal proudly stands with President Trump to deport every illegal immigrant and keep Georgia safe.
Where's Greg? Greg, thank you very much, Greg. We appreciate it.
Greg Dolezal for Lieutenant Governor.
If an 18-wheeler truck injures you, I swear the insurance companies will try anything to keep your payout to a minimum. And what do? We fight the insurance company, maximizing your settlement at every turn. We go after your medical expenses, lost wages, pain, and suffering. Hey, fair is fair, and we won't settle for anything less. Period. One call, that's all.
Let's get go! Call Ken.com.
Let's do this.
Look, I'll be honest. If I wasn't running in this race, there's enough out there that I would have started an investigation. I would have. Did the lieutenant governor use his official office to help benefit himself financially? I think it's wrong. I think it's unethical. It could be illegal. And look, the Georgia people do not want somebody running for governor that sees the governor's mansion as an extension of their business empire.
Big savings are here at Ashley Stars and Stripes sale. Hot buys for every room starting at just $4.99. Plus, for a limited time, get 0% interest for 60 months. Only at Ashley Stars and Stripes sale. Going on now. Shop more Stars and Stripes deals in store or at ashley.com.
We get to hear from the Falcons' top receiver after he signed that huge contract extension.
Channel 2 sports anchor Allison Mastrangelo joins us now live in studio. Some pressure to perform here with this big contract.
Yeah, but if there's anyone that likes the pressure, it's Drake London. Drake London says it took about 2.5 weeks to get the deal done. He knows with this huge 4-year, $141 million contract, there's more responsibility and higher expectations, but he welcomes it and wants to level up his game in every single category. Drake said he wanted to stay in Atlanta for a couple of reasons. He really likes everyone on the team and in the Falcons organization. Also, the Falcons drafted him in the first round. He wants to show his commitment and loyalty to the team and the city of Atlanta. I also asked London if part of the reason why he wanted to stay was because he believed this team was capable of winning a Super Bowl.
I've always thought that it would be so sick to win a Super Bowl in Atlanta. I know we've been so close. And then on the other aspect of that, it's you will be the first to do it. So regardless of who you are, where you're at on the team, how much impact you had, you are going down as a legend in Atlanta. And being legendary is a big goal of mine.
That is a great goal. Now the Bulldogs are 5 days out from their first game against Texas in the College World Series. From 2019 to 2024, the past 5 years, the winner of the College World Series from the SEC. This year, there are record-setting 5 SEC teams in the tournament. You noticing a trend here? Head coach Wes Johnson says his team will be ready for Texas and all the SEC teams they will face early in the tournament.
Yeah, no, obviously we played all 3 of them last year, and there's been turnover, but yeah, you know their style. I guess I would say, like, you know what Skip's style is, and you know what Jim's style at Texas, and then Rob at Alabama. You know how they all coach, and so you know their tendencies just like they know ours, and that's what you're coach off of.
Big game for the Atlanta Dream tonight. They're in Chicago going up against the Sky. It's the first time Angel Reese is facing her former team in the regular season since she was traded to Atlanta. Monday.
Atlanta leaders are trying to get the city ready for kickoff.
They should feel welcome.
Atlanta's mayor responding to transportation concerns and safety questions.
An investigation underway into fish floating up to the top of the Chattahoochee River. The problem that's been underground for decades that the riverkeeper believes could be part of the problem here.
Injured in an accident? Call Sweet James and get the justice you deserve.
I'm Attorney General Chris Carr.
And I'm Joan Carr.
We're supporting Rick Jackson for governor because, like Brian Kemp, he has character, integrity, and he'll keep Georgia strong by cutting taxes, keeping us safe, and supporting our teachers.
Both Rick Jackson and I spent time in foster care. He knows what it's like to struggle. I know he'll protect Georgia's foster kids and every hardworking Georgian.
Vote for Rick Jackson on June 16th.
I Can. You can't spell American without it. During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, say I can in the original can-do vehicle. I can go where freedom takes me. I can bring the whole crew and everything that comes with them. And in America's most patriotic brand, I can take it all in. You can do anything in the new Jeep brand lineup during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Right now, during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited models. See your Atlanta area Jeep brand dealer.
It's time to fire John Ossoff from the United States Senate. That's why I'm supporting Derek Dooley. I think he's the man to get that done.
Conservative outsider Derek Dooley is the Georgia first fighter we need in the Senate to take on D.C. corruption and career politicians, pass term limits, ban insider trading, and end business as usual. Derek Dooley will work with President Trump and always put Georgia first.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
When your termite bond renewal comes in the mail, do you cringe wondering, how much more are they going to charge me now? Switch your termite protection to Breda Pest Management, and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years. And if your current service doesn't inspect inside your home, better get Breda. They inspect inside and out. Breda guarantees your protection and will lock in your termite rate for 10 whole years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine.
Yeah, he's a donor.
But
right?
yeah, he's a donor. He's got a great story. And I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that can sell fun.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Cash for Players won big yesterday, and you could win $392 million tonight with Mega Millions. Watch tonight's drawing starting at 11, only on Channel 2.
Weeks after one of the largest fish kills in decades, the Department of Watershed Management is now investigating what happened. Channel 2's Michael Doudna was there the day after the fish kill. And Michael, a lot of the focus now is on the tunnels that carry the sewage.
Yeah, it is believed those sewage tunnels honestly overflowed at that time, dumping waste into the water. And when you couple that with the high temperatures and low water levels we had at that time, well, you see one of the largest fish kills we've seen in decades. But now a big part of the investigation is how do they stop it from happening again? These murky waters can be a special place, but last month they became a graveyard.
I've been on this river my entire life. I've never seen anything like this.
For 20 miles, riverkeeper Jason Olseth recalls seeing thousands of dead fish washed up along banks that were covered in black sludge.
I'm still in shock over the fish kill.
Olseth says the heavy rain that week caused the sewage system near the Chattahoochee to overflow, dumping waste into the river, causing oxygen levels to drop and fish to essentially suffocate.
So we need to understand why the tunnel was not able to hold all of this rain volume and why it resulted in the overflow.
So now Atlanta's Department of Watershed Management has hired an independent firm to evaluate system operations with a focus on the tunnels that handle sewage.
We're looking at every aspect of our operations.
Olseth says the watershed system is complex, a mixture of old and new tunnels twisting beneath the surface.
So the city was built on this combined sewer system starting more than 100 years ago. And we're still battling impacts from our infrastructure from before World War II.
The hope is that the investigation will find a real solution to prevent future fish kills and protect the water that millions rely on.
The more water that we continue to pull out of the river as our region grows, the more susceptible the river is going to be to things like this in the future.
Now, there is good news here. The riverkeeper says they did a survey of the water and noticed at least some of the fish returning to the river as conditions have improved. We're live in Atlanta, just outside the Chattahoochee. I'm Michael Doudna, Channel 2 Action News.
The rain is clearing up for a lot of us, but there are a few showers still out there.
And oh, it is humid. Meteorologist Ebony Dion is live in Severe Weather Center 2. Ebony.
Definitely the air you can wear. We're going to have more of that as we get into the next couple of days. So through this evening, I would say still have that umbrella with you just in case. We're starting to see a few new showers popping up into some of our western counties. But where we've had rain and storms ongoing, some of that now starting to become a little less intense. But just those small pockets of heavy rain into Polk County as well as on into Haralson County. And then as we go here into Troup County, these are areas where we're still tracking some areas of heavy rain and lightning with those storms. We are going to be trending drier, but we're going to heat up as we get through the rest of the work week.
Ebony, thank you. Starting tonight, part of this stretch of I-75 in Henry County will close to traffic. The project will extend Bethlehem Road near I-75 and add bridges and even some roundabouts to help drivers get onto and off the interstate. Lanes will be closed through Friday and then a few more times later in June.
A traffic stop in Carroll County led to thousands of pounds of illegal drugs seized. Take a look. Canine Draco helped sniff out 1,800 pounds of marijuana and more than 4,000 illegal THC vapes. That traffic stop happened along I-20.
Check out this new 8,000-seat arena. It just opened in one part of Metro Atlanta, and Channel 2 Action News got a look today inside at the arena at Southlake in Morrow. We learned the building is also benefiting local students, giving them internships where they can get hands-on in a number of professional areas. More than a dozen Clayton County schools have already held their graduations in the arena, so helpful when it rains.
And we are just 5 days from the first match here in Atlanta. And Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens is talking fan transportation and events for World Cup. He says he's confident MARTA will solve its security issues and provide safe transportation during the FIFA World Cup when it happens. And Channel 2's Richard Elliott live now from what's now known as Atlanta Stadium. Richard, the mayor realizes most people won't be able to get inside the stadium to see a match in person.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The tickets for FIFA World Cup, let's face it, they're very expensive and they're very hard to get. So most folks won't be able to get inside Atlanta Stadium to see a match. But he says that's why the city is scheduling all these free events and watch parties so Atlanta will still be able to enjoy the World Cup.
While kids kick the soccer ball around the C.T. Martin Rec Center downstairs, upstairs, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens was highlighting everything he says the city is doing to make the World Cup better for everyone, and mostly for those who will probably never get inside Atlanta Stadium. That will include free concerts, events, and watch parties all across the city.
You know, we're trying to pass out some FIFA tickets to some, people that's just going to be lucky folks in the community. But all these watch parties and all these other things are free, unlike a lot of other cities.
Dickens says Atlanta DOT paved dozens of miles of road, restriped 250 intersections, and replaced 150 streetlights. He also talked about MARTA and the recent violence, including the stabbing death of a passenger.
Those unfortunate incidents have definitely dealt MARTA a black eye. You never want that to happen at any time, and you certainly don't want to happen while you're welcoming the world and encouraging them to take public transportation.
Dickens expressed confidence that MARTA can solve the issues. He even offered it whatever resources it needs to keep passengers safe and secure. And he said his office has been talking with representatives of all the nations coming here to assure them they won't be hassled.
We want to make sure that people that are here, that's going to be enjoying themselves from our international community, that they should have they should feel welcome, and that we're not going to be chasing down people in a certain way, any kind of shakeups or shakedowns.
So what's the price tag going to be for all of this? They aren't sure right now. They did get $52 million from the federal government to help pay for security, but the city says that they are already paying a lot of overtime. They've had to hire a lot of temps. They won't know the final price tag until it's all done. We're live in downtown Atlanta. Richard Elliott, Channel 2 Action News.
Richard, thank you. I want to get you more details now. Take a look at this map here. It shows all the base camps here in the U.S. There's Atlanta, Spain's in Chattanooga. Nearly 40 teams spending the summer here during the tournament. Marietta hosting Uzbekistan at Atlanta United's training ground. Kansas City and New York, New Jersey are hosting 4 teams apiece.
Well, if you are turning on red in Midtown and downtown Atlanta, think again and check out the new signs to help protect pedestrians. There are expected to be many people out walking this summer. We first told you about this on Channel 2 Action News at 5. The rule about no right turn on red took effect last year, but the signs are just now popping up. Some people are skeptical.
But it might need some reinforcement, unfortunately. I don't know. They might need to start like a campaign to tell people to look up. But I think people are missing the signs.
The signs are designed to reduce pedestrian accidents. As we head to break, a check of Wall Street, the Dow gained 86. The Nasdaq dropped to 250 on fears over AI investments.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
On WSB Tonight, it's new local stories and why they matter.
Breaking down late developing details, investigating, covering all sides.
WSB Tonight, we are first on the scene at this breaking news.
Stay up and see what's new on WSB Tonight at 11.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for political outsiders, especially somebody that can sell fun.
Rick Jackson, the conservative outsider who will deliver tax cuts, lower prices, and deliver the booming economy for Georgia.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
I can. You can't spell American without it. At the Ram Make This the Summer sales event, say I can in a Ram truck. I can tow what others won't, power through anything, depend on it for everything, and I can back it all up better than anybody. You can do anything this summer with a great deal at the Ram Make This the Summer sales event, because nothing stops Ram.
Right now, purchase and get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $5,000 total bonus cash allowance on the 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 models. See your Atlanta area Ram dealer.
The Republican primary for governor. 2 grown men fighting to kiss the of an
It's embarrassing.
I'm Keisha Lance Bottoms, and unlike some people, I'm not running for governor to be Donald Trump. I'm running to stand up to him, to expand Medicaid, guarantee pre-K for all kids, and lower taxes for working families. This may be funny, but what you're going through is not. Let's do something about it.
They don't have to look over their shoulder every 5 minutes, and worry about us taking them out of the country. I'm very sensitive to both sides on the issue.
Derek Dooley, a total disaster on immigration. Mike Collins wrote the Laken-Riley Act to deport criminal illegals.
I'm Mike Collins, and I approve this message because I stand with President Trump.
Congressman Mike Collins. Mike, you were fantastic.
Payday hits different now, and success is no accident. With lower rates and fewer fees, Georgia's own credit union helps you spend smarter, own more, and stress less. This is your plan to make it happen. This is banking on purpose. Georgia's own credit union.
Here's what we're working on for WSB Tonight.
An alleged elder abuse at this personal care home in Coweta County. I'm Corey James. The evidence investigators say they found involving a 63-year-old worker.
We'll have those stories and more on WSB Tonight after Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final.
For now, thank you so much for being here and for counting on Channel 2 Action News.
Remember, we've got your updates throughout the evening on the WSB-TV News app. ABC World News Tonight is next with David Moore.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Tonight's primetime lineup is sponsored by Original Mattress Factory.
Went to the Original Mattress Factory store. You couldn't beat the service. Just a very good experience. It's worth heading to the Original Mattress Factory first.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Look out for these stickers to take advantage of great deals on a new Kia. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus $750 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2026 Sorrento and Sportage vehicles.
Behind every front door is a story. Padley buys houses in any condition. No cleaning, no repairs, no listing. Whatever your story has been, Padley can help you move on. We've helped hundreds of homeowners in the Atlanta area skip the middleman, straight to cash. Many will guarantee you a cash offer, but Padley will actually buy your house. If you need to sell on your timeline, don't just call for an offer. Call Padley at 770-404-SOLD or visit Padley.com today. Padley, we've seen it all and we'll buy it all.
Here's a hot buy from Rooms to Go. Now through Father's Day, get a cozy recliner for dad, get a second recliner for you at 50% off. It's a win-win. Choose from power recliners, manual recliners from trusted brands like Lazy Boy. Select Drew and Jonathan and more. The perfect style, size, color, and fabric. Like this custom leather recliner by Shaq. Now buy one recliner for dad, get a second for 50% off through Father's Day. Rooms to Go recommended, dad approved.
Governor Kemp and Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones have delivered for Georgia. Together, they've created good-paying jobs, suspended Georgia's gas tax, lowered the state income tax, and are helping Georgia's seniors afford to stay in their homes. Burt Jones has worked closely with Brian Kemp and is endorsed by President Trump, making Burt Jones the perfect choice to be Georgia's next governor.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Look out for these stickers to take advantage of great deals on a new Kia. Get 1.9% APR for up to 48 months, plus $750 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2026 Carnival vehicles.
Some stories are bigger.
Channel 2 Action News live with this breaking situation.
They unfold in real time. Change as you watch.
We know this community well. We have multiple reporters.
When stories break, when it matters most. Channel 2 Action News. Every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your groceries. We start with the freshest items, and our trucks keep your food cool right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And you'll end up deported or departed.
Granda, why do you look so mean in these ads?
Really?
Yes.
Think I'm mean?
You look so mean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we should make an ad for you.
Really? What would you do?
We would make you look cool.
Let's get you a truck. Every political ad has a truck. Oh, yeah, and a dog.
First, we'll pick out your clothes.
Yeah.
Let's make Georgia better together. I'm Rick Jackson.
And he approves this message.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your groceries. We start with the freshest items, and our trucks keep your food cool right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman with your Cash 3, Cash 4, and Georgia 5 evening drawings. Hey, Georgia, back by popular demand is the Cash 4 444 promotion now through June 30th. You can instantly win cash when you play. Go to galottery.com for all the details. Now, let's play Cash 3. Your first number is 3. That's followed by 0. And our final number is 1. Your winning numbers again are 3, 0, 1. Good luck. Well, now it's on to your Cash 4 numbers. Your first number is 0. That's followed by 8. Then we have 8, and our final number is 0. If you have 0, 8, 8, 0, and any winning combination, congratulations. Now on to Georgia 5. Here are your winning numbers. Up first, we have 0. That's followed by 7. Then we have 1. Up next is 0, and our final number is 2. Your winning Georgia 5 numbers are 07102. Good luck. Thanks for playing. Make it a winning evening. See you later.
Prepare for your day with meteorologist Brian Monahan. Mornings 4:30 to 7.
Tonight, breaking news. Late today, the U.S. retaliates against Iran for the downing of an American helicopter near the Strait of Hormuz, calling the strikes self-defense. President Trump vowed the U.S. must respond. News tonight about the crew members and a first-of-its-kind rescue at sea. How it was done. Martha Raddatz with new reporting. And late today, what President Trump told our Jonathan Carl. Also breaking tonight, the verdict late today, an emotionally charged murder trial sharply dividing a community just outside Dallas. A teenager accused of fatally stabbing a rival high school athlete during a track meet. What the jury has now decided. We're tracking